allow the children. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary, diary politico. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. ẹ̀sìn tó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kíkó nìna kówó.
Jẹ́ Máyégún máa wí, àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì, Máyégún ti dé. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Brunch Time with Máyégún live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, after reading the caption of this broadcast, kindly read the description as well. Like it, share it, to invite your friends and invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Máyégún is live. Thank you. It's our brunch time, and we are having the snippets into all that are happening in that contraption from yesterday to today, and then maybe later today as well. But the one we are starting with is going to be the latest lamba, political propaganda from the con man, fraudster, Iroboye of Redeem of RCCG. You see, at this point, I think it is actually right, okay, to begin to question the mental, the state of mental state of anybody that claims to be a member of RCCG at this point. You know, normally we will say, hey, the pulpit bandit, Iroboye, the scammer, the liar, he has already outlived his relevance. This is a generation that won't buy what our own parents bought. We won't. This is a generation that will not be lied to in the name of their religion. It is going to be a battle of intellect and con men. So if you get to be a member of RCCG that still listen to Adeboye, Iroboye, and his likes, it is ideal to question your state of mental health, so to say, or check if you actually really have brains at all. And there is no apology. No, let's be very clear. You know, usually I'll be like, you know what, let's leave them out of, let's leave your religion out of this. Let's just focus on this guy. No. I think it is high time we come clean and come straight, okay? Because a lot of them actually believe this con man. They will defend this fraudster. They will defend this criminal, Adeboye, in the name of Babajio said. Our parents were so deceived that they became so docile, so weak, that they passed it on to many of us, that we should not question God. We should watch our mouth, because the likes of conman Adeboye told them that he had tea with God. He is having a chat with his sky daddy. He is a powerful this and powerful that. And because we don't want to miss heaven, or because they don't want to miss heaven, they decided to just keep their mouth shut when the likes of Adeboye was lying to them. So we are the generation that is so far different from our own parents. And I usually kind of advise that, she Adeboye no get children. Like, but I can't realize they are all in the business of defrauding people in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father. In the name of the Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 So we will ensure that there is a generation that we question them and call them out. We are not going to be as stupid as our parents who fell for the lies of religion. Those who were waiting for their castle in heaven, because the likes of Iroboye told them that this life, this world is not our own. Our home is in heaven. And then they were giving him their money so that they could buy the heaven. And because of this con man, he built an empire on this fraud. And the way they deal with our parents, they will not succeed with us ever. So before we continue, if you are one of those religious mumus, religious wearies, I advise you not to watch this broadcast for your own sake. Because I can't be no last on you go just the worst you can do is to become a keypad warrior where you will be ranting and ranting like your parents. Yeah, you'll be there because to you, what's his name? Iroboye has a master key, or he has a special key that is going to use to open the door of heaven for you. But just give him your money. Give me your money. Give me your money. Since the moment we discovered that RCCG is the political wing of APC, and from that moment, it became very hard, very difficult for them to hoodwink or brainwash you without your consent. They can't brainwash me anymore. They can't brainwash a lot of the members of this temple of truth. And indeed, they cannot brainwash the majority of this generation anymore. A lot of them are beginning to actually see the light, and they would rather just go back and become traditionalists rather than follow these pulpit bandits, these charlatans, these criminals, the friends of the rogues destroying Nigeria. Iroboye, what did they do this time around? We are not as stupid as probably a thought the generation is deceived in the 80s, in the 90s, and the early 2000s, right? This is actually not that generation. And somebody need to call Adeboye to order and tell him that he should shush. End it. It is time for him to retire. Unfortunately, he has trained other charlatans, including his own children, fraudsters, criminal family of Adeboye. You know, his son defrauded Kaduna State of 9 billion naira. You know that? Do you know that? He defrauded his own son defrauded the people of Kaduna State of their money in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, and all other nonsense they have deceived you with for so long. When Thiefnubu came in and he announced that subsidy was gone, he had no plan. It was just, it was just an announcement made from the point of stupidity, even though it was intentional. Thiefnubu lied to the whole country that subsidy was gone because he was using that moment to change those who are going to be collecting the subsidy, and they turned it into a dollar subsidy, which they are still paying till tomorrow. Despite this, Iroboye and his likes, they continue to lie to their sheepies in order to calm them down, in order for them not to actually really hold the people that destroyed Nigeria responsible. For 8 years, Iroboye of RCCG was lying to his own Mumu followers, Mumu churchgoers. He was lying in order to protect Pastor Ruga, fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, the Agbowori Babaoja. That one, Oshubade, because he's a member of RCCG. Thiefnubu's wife is a pastor in RCCG. Pastor Ruga is a pastor in RCCG. Igbetokun, police IG, is a member of RCCG. Lagbaja that just died is a member of RCCG. When you begin to look at their pastors, they are a bunch of criminals. RCCG pastors. Criminals! And I'm not saying this because I just want to call them that. They are verified criminals. Wherever you see them, RCCG pastors, criminals. their Babajio, Ogboloko, crooked, Adeboye. And with evidence, so evidence, Yakpao. But they have all their shippies, their mumus, right? That they sort of give all the lamba to, who are waiting for this guy daddy to come and fix Nigeria. Why behind the scene, they are milking Nigeria, destroying Nigeria, and feathering their own nests. Since that time we discovered, it is not hard for us to call them out.
You never seen this kind of abuse before. Thiefnubu, I must abuse you. Thiefnubu, number 1, Oguokiyapa. Thiefnubu number 2, Oguokiyama. Thiefnubu number 3, Oguokiya your children. Thiefnubu number 4, Ogugo bury all your family. Thiefnubu is a god to you. A god to you. Thiefnubu is a god to you. Ewa
Usa. I think that's the sound back. Sorry. Sometimes he just jumped off. I don't know why. I'll probably figure that out someday. But the moment I found out, I will always get it sorted. Iroboye decided, for 8 solid years to protect Bokwari, Pastor Ruga, at a point when Bokwari became a vegetable in London, it was the same Iroboye that they had to, like ship him to London to go and take pictures. And they showed him where he was reading the Bible with the demented, lifeless Bokwari in London to deceive his gullible followers who are there because they believe they are going to one heaven created by Iroboye and his gang. They have army of, Nigerians who they have so brainwashed that to them, now God could come fix Nigeria. And for God to fix Nigeria, he has to use the like of Iroboye. In fact, Nigeria for don't spoil, if not because of the likes of Iroboye. But behind the scene, these are member of the destructive elements of Nigeria, Iroboye of RCCG. Criminal, the majority were criminals. From Iroboye to his children, to his wife, to all the members of his family, to those ones who are like his pastors. I'm talking about businessmen who are out there to swindle the people, take their money, and return the money back to Iroboye. But for the political class, they needed him all the time to calm the shippies and tell them that things would have gotten worse in the contraption, if not because of the prayers of Iroboye, a criminal himself. They will tell you, Chena Church caused the Nigeria to spoil. All of you, you cannot wait to be batching the church. Every time you'll be batching the church. Every time you'll be batching the pastor. You cannot batch the Islamic affair like that. The Islamic affairs, they are not claiming responsibility for fixing Nigeria with their useless, deceitful prayers and visions and prophecies like the likes of Iroboye. We know better. So what happened? Thiefnubu, when he came in, right, removed subsidy, announced that, I've removed subsidy. There was no preparation, there was no data, there was nothing to actually cushion the effect of that announcement on the people. Nothing. And the same Thiefnubu, in that same breath, decided to float Nigeria Naira. You know what that means, ni? Nigeria Naira, like, it's useless. It's not like they said Nigeria Naira and call, we'll find this original value later. And immediately, it became more trashy, more worthless. Odimeji. Thirdly, Thiefnubu went to the World Bank, to the IMF, to go and collect loans. And when they gave him loans, they gave him conditions to go and devalue the Naira. That's the third one. All of this happened, and Nigeria tumbled. But Iroboye could actually use, some moment to give himself some, accolades. And according to him, Nigeria Naira would have fallen even further, if not because he prayed to God and God intervened. If not, Nigeria Naira would have been 10,000 Naira to $1. And people in his church, the Mugus, the Mumus, they shouted, said somebody shout hallelujah, hallelujah. And they said he's a mathematician. Listen, when he was dropping the lamba.
And we were all rejoicing. Hey, thank God. But some people were angry. Those who were making money from importing petrol. And they decided, okay, we will create a problem. And all of a sudden, Naira began to go down fast. I cried to my people, let us pray. Thank God some people joined me in praying. Because the way Naira was going then, if God has not intervened, by now $1 would be about 10,000 Naira. But God stepped in. And then just to show you that we need prayers. And you know this has nothing to do with politics. I'm not a politician. I will never be one. That's not my calling. God raised up somebody who said he will build a refinery on his own. He did. And if all the government homes are not working, at least his own will work. And all of a sudden we heard that for his refinery, he has to import crude oil from America. We will take crude oil to America, and this man will go and bring it back. Because some people said they will not give him crude oil. Some of us prayed, we cried to God. God intervened. They said, okay, we'll give him crude oil. But we will decide how much he will sell.
Nuisance, Lele.
These are the nonsense he's been spewing to his gullible followers in that contraption and even outside the contraption. Lies that, I don't know, maybe it is hard for them to just say, Baba, shut up, it's your nonsense, Lenso. Because he's actually talking nonsense. Hearsay, jargons. But he's now attributing it to his God. We prayed. Who are the some people that did not give Dangote crude oil? Who are that some people? Who are the some people that decided that they want to make Nigeria, like create problem because Thiefnubu removed their subsidy? Who are the people? This is how they this is how they run these guys. This is how they run them a street in that contraption. It was the same guy who said he had a tea. I think he had tea with God or something.
I was in Ilorin years ago. We were having breakfast. And we have a pot in which we made tea. I think, if I remember correctly, there are 5 cups in that pot. My wife and I, usually is the one who will finish his first 2 cups, who will get the final one. So I took 1 cup, she took 1. I took 1, she took one. And I picked the pot to take the third one. And the pot was empty. I looked at her. I couldn't remember when she took the third one. What happened to my tea? And I heard the voice of the Lord. You don't have to believe me, all right? Loud and clear. I said, son, when you prayed, you invited me to join you. Some of you don't know why I call him Daddy. We have a relationship that is difficult to describe. And this is a very special anniversary. My daddy is here. He's here to celebrate with us. Prayers prayed tonight will be answered by fire. I want you to write down quickly your prayer points.
Quickly. Oh yeah, write your prayer points. Because fire will answer the prayer tonight. Iroboye is a career con man. And somehow he has succeeded. He has built himself an empire from that falsehood, deceit in the name of religion. But it will make a lot of sense if he, at this point, stay away, okay, from political comments. Even though he said he's not a politician, but he is. The deceit that he represents, and you can tell this is the propaganda of Thiefnubu and his gang. Oh, I removed subsidy. That is why some people wanted to make Nigeria, that's why some people wanted Nigeria to be very bad. And that's Thiefnubu now. Thiefnubu be like, oh, because I removed subsidy. That is why some people, they just want to make sure that Nigeria is bad. Nigeria Naira continue to fall. That's not my fault. Oh. It's some people. But Adeboye now received the vision from his sky daddy, who told him to pray. There are some people, they are going to make sure that Nigerian Naira loses value because Thiefnubu removed subsidy. So he now called on others to pray with him. Let us pray. Father, oh yeah, all these people who want to make Nigeria Naira to fall, oh yeah, stop them. And God intervened. If not, today, Nigeria Naira will be 10,000 Naira to $1, which is still going to happen. It is still going to happen. Whether it's going to be 10,000, 5,000, or 20,000 Naira, the pronouncements and the actions of Thiefnubu will make that happen, including the, you just hear the news, your interest rate has now jumped up again. This is just the beginning. Iroboye went further to say, oh, somebody built a refinery. He's talking about Dangote. And some people said they will not give him crude oil. Who are that some people? The same people, his own people, Pastor Ruga and Bokwari, that used Nigeria crude oil as collateral for loan, that nobody knows what they did with the loan. That Nigeria have no crude oil to give Dangote. Who are that some people? So he prayed. Because Dangote have to go to America to go and buy crude oil. When Nigeria used to send crude oil to America. So to him, Dangote now goes to America to go and bring back the crude oil, Nigeria crude oil that was sent to America. Then Dangote now brought that back to Nigeria. This is how they use their lamba. So now say, if not for prayer, our prayers, Nigeria would have been bad, would have been worse than this. So I have heard some of these, religious people who have defended this pulpit bandits by saying, if not because of the prayers of the church, if not because of the prayer of the pastors, Nigeria would have been worse than this. Meanwhile, it is the prayers of your pastors that destroyed Nigeria to this point. Take that from me. Now the prayers of your Olori Bruku pastors, now it destroyed Nigeria to this point. Because their prayer point is always like, close your eyes, let us pray. And then they will be asking their sky daddy for solutions that are, to the man-made problems. Can you get now? Man-made problems, they will be asking their sky daddy to come and fix that. When everybody finish screaming and shouting, right? They will go back to the people responsible for the destruction of Nigeria. They will lay their hands on them and say they are praying for them. In return, they get paid as well. But you, who is going to be their victim of this ruined country, they will tell you to what? To have faith. Everything is going to be fine. You need faith. You need more faith, very strong faith, in order for Nigeria to work. Listen to that again in a different stretch now. What Iroboye had to say about Thiefnubu's destroyed Nigeria and claiming there is some people.
Our president came in. Everybody knew that the major reasons why we were having financial problems, we'll be having it all before he came in, is the fact that a lot of money was being spent to import petrol. How can we be importing petrol where we have this in abundance here? We spent billions of naira on our refineries. They didn't work. So we can be able to keep on importing. That's why when the president came in, the very first day he came, he said, this money they spend in importing petrol, he says he cancelled it. And we were all rejoicing. Hey, thank God. But some people were angry. Those who are making money from importing petrol. And they decided, okay, we will create a problem. And all of a sudden, Naira began to go down fast. I cried to my people, let us pray. Thank God some people joined me in prayer. Because the way Naira was going then, if God has not intervened, by now $1 would be about 10,000 naira. But God stepped in. Oh, our president.
You get the gist properly now. That's how the propaganda runs. Oh, the president came, right? Before he came, we've been having the problems. What problems are we having, Adeboye? What problems? We've been having the problems. But the moment he came, he said, because we have been using billions to import petrol. So the moment the president came, he said, no, we have to stop importing petrol. And some people were not happy. Some people. Baba, you demand in Thiefnubu, NNPC is the one importing fuel. The moment Thiefnubu came in, he gave the license to his supposed nephew Wale Thiefnubu, Ondo. They went to Malta. Before Thiefnubu came, Nigeria imported $0 worth of petrol from Malta. But between May 2023 and May 2024, Nigeria imported nearly $3 billion worth of petrol from Malta, imported by Wale Thiefnubu Ondo, that is believed to have so much link to Thiefnubu. Abibaba is kind of like a con man, a deceitful old man. But you see the way he crafted the message. Some people were not happy. And because they were not happy, who are that some people? They decided to now make Nigeria Naira to start falling. Does that even make any sense? Some people are not happy. So they decided to make Nigeria Naira to start falling. So I called on other people to pray with me. Thank God that some of you prayed with me. And God intervened. If God did not intervene, today, Nigeria Naira would have been 10,000 Naira to $1. You get the message there? Thiefnubu finger dey inside. It no hard. And Iroboye will be like, he's not talking to me. He's not talking to you, unbelievers. He's talking to his sheepies. Your mama, your papa, where they go in church. And guess what? He actually has over 14 million listeners. RCCG members. Some of them are watching me. The other day, one of them had a meltdown on this platform. Remember? What is wrong with all of you? How can you, why don't you go and say the same thing about your Muslim? Tony meltdown, Lori Mayegun's diary political. The message enter you that much. I've been reading all your comments. You all of you will be blaming pastors. You'll be blaming Kiniko. Why can't you just go and blame the Muslim? Have you ever seen any imam who comes out and say, well, I think we had one, Jingiri, and immediately he said that the reason why Nigeria petroleum is expensive, that was talking about the cost of living. He said the Igbos, they are the ones benefiting from this hardship imposed by Thiefnubu's Muslim ticket. We no spare am. Shall we spare am? We no spare Jingiri. Anybody will talk anyhow, you go see anyhow. No be so. But this person came on Mayegun's diary political and he started having meltdown. Say, hey, but I let him finish. And in my mind, I was like, enjoy him. This will be the last time you have this, your meltdown. May you keep on that way, I beg. He's not talking to you. See, he's not talking to me. It's not. But you see, those your mama, the ones where we were down. It's always like asking you to pray. You need to pray. Any small thing. Have you prayed? Have you prayed about it? You need to pray about it. You must pray about it. Let's just pray. Let me pray for you. My son, my daughter. You see, devil is the reason, and they will go about and tell you. It doesn't matter how educated they are. They are not. See, most of our mama, papa, they don't be illiterate. Especially if you have those of us from the southern part of Nigeria. Most of them don't be illiterate. Some of them are school teachers, professionals. Those who sit inside that is church to listen to him. And they are the ones that will discourage the rest of you. If you say, we need to go and face these people. They say, hey, let me tell you something. All of you will not understand. There are some unseen spirits. There's some spiritual that is affecting all these leaders. It's better you pray. See, we are doing a 1 month prayer in our church. Would you join us? We are praying for everything if not because of our prayer, Nigeria go don't spoil. Nigeria go don't scatter. Nigeria don't spoil. Nigeria don't scatter already. But they are telling them that it is not that bad. It could have been worse. If nobody say Adeboye, they pray. In this day and time, somebody came in He lied to you to have removed subsidy. The other day, they told you that they have stopped importation. You know, see, I came here and I said, it's a lie. And I know that with time, I'm going to have evidence to show to you that it's a lie. This one, they told you that they have stopped importation of fuel. We have stopped importation. We are going to be buying from Dangote. We are getting Iro pata 100% lies. They are playing you like this. They are playing you like kalu. Now we have the evidence now that the same NNPC that told you that they will now be buying from Dangote. They have stopped importation. Currently, they are waiting for over 1.5 million ton. They call it so. Yeah, million tons of petrol imported PMS, where they have spent $975 million in importing them. Even though they have told you that they are stopped, Naira will be stronger. Can you come be? Excuse me. Let me see if I have that chart on my screen. I can put that up. Sorry, you will need to come closer to your screen and open your eyes like you want pillar. Here you get. You could do like this to read this data, because $975 million of imported petroleum, which according to what we have here, I think is going to be about 923 million liters of petroleum is on the way to Nigeria as you are watching this video right now. Lying to you. See demo. Let me see. If you pay attention very well on your screen, can you see it? Right. Keep looking. Don't worry. Let me see if I can take this strolling what have you underneath, so that you can see it clearly. Here you get. This is what the NNPC is currently importing to Nigeria. Okay. NNPC, Siam, 1st of October to 11th of November. Siam, the tonnage, the cargo, AGO, PMS, AGO, PMS, PMS, PMS. Right? You see them? Right. See, who is bringing them? Peak shipping, WAPs. You see, which one is it? Residuals and logistics, African integrated, right? Peak shipping, intership, WAPs, peak shipping. You see them? Terminal, where they go drop them, right? Receiver, who is receiving? See the owners, T-Tank, WOSBAB, you see them? NNPC, they see them? That is what they are bringing to Nigeria. Let me show you the extra. See, people who told you that they have stopped importing, including the ones they are taking to Port Harcourt. You see, this is what they are bringing. They are going to flood the Nigeria market with. You see, right. Now, they might have told you, for those of you who think people like us are just, lying and all of that. You see, so all this we are buying from Dangote. We are we have stopped importation and all of that. For between the 1st of October and 11th of November, these guys have expended over. In fact, hang on. There's something I'm going to try and bring up that is going to further give me or give all of us the full story of it. Okay, I think a guy did a job on that. Let's see now. $975 million of a supposed scarce forex. You know, say they tell you they don't get dollars. Last night I was talking about where is the dollars made from the crude oil sale by NNPC. How much have they remitted? Well, they told you they have stopped paying subsidy, Abby. they have stopped the importation, which means the dollars, the money they make from crude oil, they will no longer use it to buy PMS. They will no longer use it to subsidize PMS and all of that. They lied to you. They lied to you. From this 1.5 million metric tons of PMS, NNPC alone is importing 687,721 metric tons from it. That is nearly half of the whole importation. You dey feel me? Now, according to them, NNPC alone is coughing out for their own import, for their own importation, $447 million. Others in the business, they are coughing out $528 million. These are supposed to be the independent marketers. And the total is $975 million for 42 days, right? And they believe that that is just for 30 days consumption, which means if everything land there for the next 30 days, they will finish up. So they go order another one. NNPC, right? So somebody said that the law states in their Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, that where that section 317 subsection 7 to 8 says where the domestic refiner has proven to have output that's equivalent to daily consumption, the regulator is to stop issuing import licenses to bring in PMS. But the Central Bank of Nigeria plus the NNPC, they are making forex available for the oil importers because the people that are importing, they are Thiefnubu's people. He's paying that to himself, well, to his people. But they are doing media runs to tell you that, because according to this, Dangote says, even though his refinery is not at the full capacity yet, but his refinery can refine and produce 32 million liters every day. 32 million every day. So that means you don't even need to import anymore. But they are not going to stop importing because that's where the old money, you're supposed to the you're supposed to the crude oil money, the forex from it. That is how they manage to squander, to steal that. Yeah, it says, let me see, where is that again? I'm trying to look for the name of this other marketers in this shady deal, shady business. Multilateral development banks or a commercial with crude oil feedstock from the crude intervention stock of 445,000 barrels used as collateral. Aye, or directly with an international oil. So what happened is that, oh my God, I'm going to take that again. It said, listen to this one. Since you have a refinery in Lagos that is currently producing 32 million liters per day, and has refined PMS in its tanks, doesn't it make sense to retain that forex here, that money they are using to buy, right? Is it not better to retain it in Nigeria than to spend it in importing? So the $447 million NNPC trading is importing. It's either going to be financed through trade finance from a multilateral development bank or a commercial bank with crude oil feedstock from the crude intervention stock of 445,000 barrels used as collateral. Do you get that? These guys have a deal with some banks to give them and make available these millions of dollars. And they are using 445,000 barrel of crude oil from their crude, it's called a feedstock as collateral. Oh man, Nigeria only make it. Nigeria can't survive these guys. It's impossible. You see the level of economic sabotage that these guys represent. If you have to hold them responsible, now firing now death by firing squad, all of them. But since Iroboye and gang can tell you that your prayer or their prayers is what has been keeping this contraption going. So you don't have to worry about these rogues and what they are doing to you. There is no way out. So they can sell their propaganda to you and make you feel like now some people decided not to give Dangote crude oil. Who are that some people? Thiefnubu and his gang. I mean, you don't forget how many times they said Thiefnubu ordered them to go and give Dangote crude oil. And up to this moment, nobody can tell us how much crude oil they have given to Dangote so far and under what condition. Because Iroboye said, yeah, because they prayed. Now they are giving Dangote crude oil, but there is no crude oil for Dangote. But he sat there confidently and said, because they prayed, that is why they are now giving Dangote crude oil. So if you are a member of RCCG, make I no lie you. Sure you get. If you are still one of those who are believing or listening to Iroboye and his gang, well, lie to lie, we can actually really, confirm that you be mumu. If your mama they go RCCG, your mama na mumu. If your papa be one of them, your papa na mugu. And you, their children, where it's not far-fetched, if you are also still listening to them or following them, and no apologies, no single one. Because now contributed to this backward country, this destruction of this contraption, and you did so because you are so gullible, so foolish enough to listen to that scammer, to listen to people like that, those charlatans. So when we are calling out the destroyers of Nigeria, the ruiners of Nigeria, when we call Adeboye, we will call all of you. And don't try to frown face. Talon change Ojufu. Who are you trying to change? Talon change Ojufu. You are responsible. And everybody should hold you responsible henceforth. Ẹ̀yin lẹ bàlú yẹn jẹ́. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ bàlú yẹn jẹ́ nìyẹn. So when you turn around and begin to shout, let somebody shout hallelujah, let somebody shout hallelujah. Èpè ló yẹ kó máa ṣẹ́ fún yín, èpè lọ̀rọ̀ yín wà. One by one, èpè òun lọ̀rọ̀ yín wà, ọ̀rọ̀ yín ò fàdúrà. You know, it's unfortunate too, but there is a generation that will never buy their lies. We know better, and we will continue to remind everybody that whatever they are doing to us, it is because we allowed it. It is because we chose to want to be like our parents. It is because we allowed them to what? To keep deceiving us, and they think they are smart. They are not. Now we just did foolish and stupid. But we can stop it. We can save generations yet unborn, never to fall into all this kind of fraud anymore. We can. Yes, we can. Anybody will take offense. Ogu kill you dianu. It's as simple as that. Now they work hand in hand with APC to destroy the contraption, to destroy people's lives, and you are giving them false hope. Lies. Lies after lies. See looters. See destiny killers, destroyers. So if Iroboye is your Jesus, so the person on his right, now criminal. The one on his left, now criminal. They will come ask you, choose one. Which one you go choose? Let them save. Which of these looters you go want me then save? The destroyers of the contraption. Okay? You must tell your children. Your children. Those who are responsible for the destruction of that contraption, they are humans. They are not spirits. You get? So if you see any of them who joined us here, who get mad, it's because I want them to be mad. If anybody comes here and say, watch your mouth, now I'm going to kill you. You get me? Is it the pastors that destroy Nigeria? Is it the pastor that says that they should not fix it? They are the ones. Because if people are taking it up on them, if they have not been brainwashed to believe that now prayer go make looters fix road, now prayers go make looters fix electricity. If they have not been brainwashed, these looters will not have this confidence. They will not have this peace of mind. Now the likes of Iroboye, now them destroy Nigeria. They are the ones. That is why Nigeria Naira is falling. They are the ones that allows the looters to be looting. Your pastors are responsible. You feel offended, cement or anywhere to you have what use is this your head, self? The same head where they take listen to Iroboye, the likes of these charlatans, Is that the same head you think matters? Go further. So I intentionally want to get you mad because I want to kind of get you out of here. Some of you Olori Brukus pretenders that were any small thing. Let us work together. Let us chicken. One more. If you want us to work together, now the first people we will go first stone be Adeboye and Co. The pulpit bandits, brainwashers, scammers. They will be the first. Some of these guys who have been robbing us, they are out there. 365 days, special prayer and fasting. Kilo day, ele pajesuni. 129th marathon vigil. Kini on top waiting. Jobless charlatans, opportunists. They are everywhere in Nigeria. Let's do prayer. You know, do you think the people that listen to these guys or they get any brain? You they do what do you call it? You they do Holy Spirit, this and that. The brain will say they don't want to go any brain law already. You can't they feel like say you need to battle tele of what use is your head? Just existing for existing sake. People would have had the audacity. See, if to say you have the likes of Reverend Martin Luther King as your reverend fathers, as your pastors in that contraption, all these criminal politicians will not have this confidence. On any peace of mind by you now. But the likes of Iroboye and Co, they are those who will tell you that now prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is a master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. When you don't get food, they say, prayer is the key. You don't get job as a graduate, prayer is the key. When you have, when you have no hospital to go to, prayer is the master key. Prayer here and there. Where you supposed to actually face the roads, chase them. They say, pray. Jesus will do your own. Others will not they pray. Now them they suffer. You just pray. You know go suffer. You go do okay. And all of that stuff. And we are saying that if you want to keep your job, if you want to keep jobbing your mumus, it no concern me. But when you begin to dabble into the man-made problems of Nigeria, when they try to manipulate people with your God this, your God that, you go to hear me from me. You will be hearing from me every time to time. I have said that on this platform. Adeboye can be preaching to his mumus. He can be telling them about going to heaven. No concern me. But the moment he start videos like this, make it to the internet, where Iroboye begin to manipulate the public with my God this, my God that, Naira, on the issue of this, the God. Adeboye dànù ni. Adeboye fẹ́ ṣùfù dànù ni. Àbí ṣé Adeboye wọ́n tún fẹ́ pa Adeboye ni? Because in all honesty, those who are responsible for this, they are just seated somewhere and they are laughing. They say, nice job. Daddy Gio. I like that preaching. Thank you for telling them. It's not about photo that Nigeria Naira is falling. To some people. And thank you very much for praying. For at least if it's in enter 5,000 Naira to $1, it is still better than 10,000. Because if not for your prayer, Daddy Gio, if you don't enter 10,000, you are so right, sir. The economists among them, they are just going to be laughing and say, Kai! But you dey try, how these people they believe you? Now special gift to, And look at the criminals, the Abacha bagman, who is now a minister under Thiefnubu after being a governor for 8 years. Person will help Abacha looted Nigeria. Is a minister now. After being a governor, is a minister now in the Thiefnubu's government. He is the one now telling you of how they want to spend 48 trillion naira next year. So Iroboye will be here next year, maybe around October, November next year, to have something to tell you why Nigeria Naira is now 2,500 naira to $1, or why Nigeria Naira is now 5,000 naira to $1 by December 2025. But it won't refer to these criminals.
Federal Executive Council approved a memorandum by the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, which was presented by the Director General of the Budget Office on the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper for 2025 to 2027. And the memo seeks Council's approval for the medium-term expenditure framework for submission to the National Assembly. And the Federal Executive Council graciously, upon listening to the Director General, Tanimu Yakubu, approved the 2025-2027 medium-term expenditure framework, which, as required by the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2007. The medium-term expenditure framework started with a macroeconomic background, which acknowledged that despite challenging conditions in the global economy, Nigeria's economy has turned in the right direction, achieving a positive growth rate in 2 quarters continuously, significantly, with the growth rate of 3.19% in real terms in the second quarter of 2024. However, it acknowledged that the government will continue to tackle inflation, strengthen economic resilience, support the vulnerable, and rebuild fiscal buffers. And support to higher employment generation sectors, improve the business environment, and effective implementation of youth development and social investment programs. It also included a review of the 2024 budget implementation, where it acknowledged that a review of the implementation of the federal government 2024 budget reveals promising progress in revenue collection and expenditure management. Despite lags in prorated targets, the overall trajectory shows that fiscal efforts are on track, with key non-oil streams performing better than anticipated. Equally, it included parameters for the 2025-2027 medium-term fiscal framework, which include an oil price benchmark of $75 a barrel for 2025, oil production of 2.06 million barrels a day, as well as an exchange rate of 1,400 naira to $1, and GDP growth of 4.6%. It is expected that for 2025, the federal government's budget estimate is the aggregate expenditure is estimated at 47 trillion, and this includes a borrowing of 13.8 trillion, which is 3.87% of the estimated GDP, and it includes projections, especially for the first time, provisions for contribution to the development commissions that have been passed by the National Assembly or are in the process of being passed by the National Assembly. And equally, the fiscal objectives were conservative because we want to ensure that we steady the course much as we believe the projections will be exceeded. The budget size that was approved for presentation to the National Assembly in the MTEP is 47.9 trillion, with new borrowings of 9.22 trillion to finance the budget deficit in 2025, as well as noting that we need to sustain the market deregulation, commendable market deregulation of petroleum prices and exchange rate, and to compel the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited to lower its oil and gas production cost significantly, and even to consider the need to amend the relevant sections of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021 to address the significant risk to Federation revenue. The Federal Executive Council approved the medium-term expenditure framework and the fiscal strategy paper, and it will be submitted to the National Assembly. This in addition to bills that are already at the National Assembly, the economic stabilization bills and tax reform bills, which we believe we will have a very, very strong growth in 2025. Thank you. Federal Executive Council approved a memo.
Nuisance lele.
You see, even he himself reading the whole thing is pretty much like, I want to say this thing correct like this. We are expecting growth in 2024. Growth from where? The GDP is expected to grow at 4.8. Baba, Nigeria is growing backward right now. The Nigeria GDP is currently growing at minus 2%. It's not even like 1%. They don't even have 1% growth. There's no 1% growth in Nigeria right now. But they put it inside that nonsense is reading. They expected a 4.8% growth. They are growing at minus. Baba, it's been 18 months. Excuse me, it's been 18 months. Do you know that Thiefnubu has been unable to attract at least $50 million investment to Nigeria? Say, okay, these people just brought $50 million of fresh. No. Rather, they have been borrowing. Like, it's more or less like borrowing about 60% to 70% of the money you needed to fund your budget. No joke. He said it in that nonsense he's reading. One, he said they were expecting to borrow 13 trillion. In another breath, in the same speech, he said they are planning to borrow 9.8 trillion. Which one are we going to hold on to? 9.8, 13 what trillion? Which one? Because that budget will be funded with borrowed money. And once they go borrowing, you will further go sorrowing. There's no two way to it. He said Nigeria is good. They expect Nigeria to grow. He actually said Nigeria has been growing in the 2 quarters of this year. Lies. Depend on what they call the growth anyway. But Nigeria has been growing backward. I'm not saying this because I don't like them. It is true. Minus 2%. Nigeria is in red. Red. Go and check it where they have the original data. Red. More people have lost their jobs. More businesses have shut down. They can't tell you how many new businesses set up in that contraption. In this year alone, they can't tell you. Because by the time they put them side by side, they will just have to close the book and say, don't read that one. Don't read, leave that one out of it. But it sat there. They want to spend 47 trillion. They know it's 47.9 trillion, which is 48 trillion. Right? They are hoping to tax you. I said something about that yesterday. They are hoping to tax you the way you have never seen before. All of you will still get some businesses. They'll go, you go pay. And if that is not enough, they will increase it again. Nigeria is growing at -2%. And I mean, OPEC says Nigeria is producing 1.3 million barrels of crude oil every day. Thiefnubu and his gang says they are producing 1.8 million. And there is no record of that 1.8 million anywhere, except the book they are reading. Lies. Lies will not change your situation. Talk will not change your economic ruins that these guys represent. The more they want more money from these guys, the more they are printing money, the more you are going to continue to battle with hyperinflation. There is no $40 billion anywhere. Foreign reserve, they told you. You see, I told you that one of these days, that one soon could come to light. When it comes to light, I will use it as breaking news. Breaking news, the Ayawa Dongaso. At least they told you that they have saved 40 trillion now, or they've added to your foreign reserve. You now have the 40 trillion. Yet Nigeria Naira is further collapsing. He said it in that nonsense he's reading. The official exchange rate is going to be $1,410. But that is a lie. The official exchange rate in Nigeria is $1,749. The cheapest is $1,740. Do you see the difference? But he's reading nonsense and saying that Nigeria, they are expecting growth next year. No, there's not going to be any. Because next year, the price of crude oil is going to crash. Yes. Somebody said something which I quite agree, but it's unfortunate that the people who are in charge of that contraption, they are a bunch of inefficient, incompetent, with their ineptitude, bunch of, chancers who actually possibly have no idea of what they are doing except what they are eating. With the population of Nigeria, Nigeria shouldn't be producing less than 8 million barrels of crude oil every day. They can just give the OPEC middle finger and say, to hell with you, OPEC. Don't tell us how much crude oil we have to produce in this country. Our people are poor. We need our crude oil. You know what I mean? Like, Nigeria should be producing nothing less than 8 million barrels of crude oil every day if you really want to be out of poverty. But because now OPEC, controlled by America and others, now them they regulate who and who should. Saudi Arabia doesn't listen to OPEC. America doesn't listen to OPEC. Now, from January next year, Donald Trump is going to lift the lead of drilling of crude oil. America is currently producing, I think America is producing about 5 million barrels of crude oil every day. When Donald Trump lifts that lead, they possibly will be like producing about 10, 15 million barrels a day. And they will stop buying from Nigeria, stop buying from other places like that. And once that happens, the price will crash. Bam. When the price crash, Nigeria feel they sell your crude oil. If you see anybody to buy, they feel they sell your crude oil for maybe $30 or $40. Like woba woyi. All the lies they are telling you will now become what? That's what will happen. See all this nonsense they are reading, right? By December next year, maybe your naira to dollar will be somewhere around 3,000 naira to $1, 4,500 naira to £1. I'm just saying, maybe it's too much, but I'm just saying. Because the forex that you are supposed to keep in your own place, something that possibly should give you more forex, is the fact that you have this Dangote refinery that is half developed. It's not fully yet, Abi. So that half alone is enough for you to stop importing. Once you stop importing, you stop giving the rest of Europe and all these places, you stop giving them your scarce dollars. You keep them. You could use them as a means of collateral to take better loan that you can use to fix your country. But these guys don't think that way. It is to share and share and share and share it, right? So last, your Nigeria Naira, you'll be lucky if it's exchanged for 2,000 Naira to $1. You'll be lucky. And this is not about the oil alone. It will all cut across all of your importation and everything. They can continue to celebrate, the 5 trillion naira they generated from importation, the Nigerian custom. Maybe next year they will celebrate 10 trillion naira. Or you, the end user, you go sweat inside the code. So that is the economy they are telling you is going to grow by 4.8%. From where to where? Yeah. I'm not an economist, though, but by looking around and then picking up all these numbers, juggling them together, you can actually project. You can predict what is going to happen. It's not hard. You can. Except if you are a member of RCCG, people will not use their head. Except Adeboye tell them what to think. The Holy Spirit tell them. Be one Sky Daddy tells them. People will not get sense. When they go RCCG, when they listen to Adeboye, now that kind of people, okay, will listen to Thiefnubu and the likes of Bagudu, Abacha Bagman. That guy was Abacha Bagman. Oh. Over $20 billion was stolen from Nigeria by Abacha. Half of that was smuggled out of Nigeria by that guy, Bagudu. He is now your minister of planning or something in Nigeria under Thiefnubu. If you don't get criminal record, you cannot work with Thiefnubu. It's impossible. If you don't get criminal past, criminal record, and that your criminal record must be like a very, very solid one, right? Thiefnubu can give you appointments. That's another thing. So if you sit down there, they listen to that kind of a person, and then it gets to 2025, June, and you then be like, how come this thing never, all these things they told us, how come it's not working yet? Say, because you are a mumu. You be mumu. They call other people mumu. You are a mumu man. Asari.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. Oh. I am mumu night too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise. How many times?
Oh, thank you. Data analyzer. Data analyzer. Anybody will hear you now. They go to say you are actually like you have been you are being honest, but you are not. When Donald Trump was their president 4 years or so ago, America was drilling. They were drilling more than 10 million barrels a day. But when Joe Biden came, with this their climate change campaign and all of that stuff, it cancelled the biggest, what could have been the biggest sort of pipeline contracts, which was like a crude oil exploration in America. The biggest of it. It cancelled it and cut them down. People lost their jobs. Businesses at the time had to shut down. They couldn't drill because of their climate change. So what America is currently drilling is just about 5 or so million barrel a day. So when Trump comes back and lifts the lead, they probably will jump into like, not to what it was then, 10, 11 million barrel a day, probably like to 20 million, like they've never seen before. They've been waiting for it. So if you are using that, your Google very well, and it's a Google that is really updated data and your information, you are not going to type what you just typed in that comment section. You won't. Or enjoy it if it makes you feel good as well, okay? You are telling us that Donald Trump cannot increase. Are you joking? Are you joking that something that is actually part of his own campaign? You are saying that he won't do it. He can't. He can't or he won't. Don't worry. January is almost here. Don't worry. There's no point in arguing. Now, there is this guy, Gift. He was a Nigerian footballer. In fact, I'm gonna. There's something I want to check out, okay? This guy, his name is Gift Atulewa. He was, I want to kind of see if I can bring up his data, all right? It's important. So, a 38 years old man who represented Nigeria in the 2005 under 20 World Cup, I think. Right. FIFA World Youth Championship in Netherlands, okay? He represented Nigeria at the time. Then he played, for Bielsa United, Ocean Boys, Warri Wolves, and all that. And that was it. So he died 2 days or so ago. And he died of what is called HBP, high blood pressure. It's just a 38, okay? So his death is really, really a very sad one. But it also sort of, shines light on the abandonment syndrome of supposed national heroes of Nigeria. And one of them took to TikTok to express his total disappointment. It's not new. We've seen a lot of them who have died from, they have died in poverty. People who did a lot to represent Nigeria. But after that, once they were not among those who had a, very fancy football, like a club career and all that, they mostly ended up in penury, in poverty. I don't know what to say, but it is worthy of sharing. Listen to this. It's a rant of someone who's pretty much in that same scenario himself, but he's still alive.
Now, wow. I know just they happy since yesterday. I lost one of our players who played together for the 20 World Cup, Gift Atulewa. Since yesterday, I never won't feel sleep till now. My eyes is heavy. I lost him. I've lost 3 people in our set. I've lost Isaac Promise. I've lost Olufemi Olubayo. We've lost Gift again. May they also rest in peace. Very painful. Very painful. Very painful. May he so rest in peace. Just imagine. In our lineup, team of 23, we've lost 3 people. Under how many years did it happen? Throughout yesterday, I no sleep. They pay me. And I talked about him three days ago. I talked about him. I told my friend, Nura, how far? Gift, no gift. He said yes. The one at 20 World Cup, we play much like stress. So after game, we just relax, just enjoy ourselves. Yesterday, I called yesterday, he don't die. Life, what the key gift? It's not high blood pressure, not key gift. High blood pressure. High blood pressure. It's real. Because he has been suffering. Nobody cares about NES International. Nobody cares about people that have made this country proud. Nobody cares about the joy that we've given to Nigerians. Nobody cares about that. The boy just suffer, just die for nothing. Gift Atulewa. I saying suffer. Now depression kill and depression. A reason. This is the country I've played for. This is the country I've served. This is the country I've traveled. I've risked my life in flight, different country to serve this country. We put our hand for chairs. We pledge Nigeria, my country. We come back. They know they treat us well. You know how many players don't pledge? You know how many hours we don't take flight, serve this country? I go there to play for 16 hours. We go Korea, off Nigeria. Yes, I happy say because of Nigeria. Because of the people we like sport, we know sport. Excuse me, we know sport, we know the good things. the good things. You know how painful I am. We lost that boy for how many years? When not to play ball, they start new life. Nobody fit plan any good plans for Warri, make it start new life again. Person that serve Warri Wolf, person that serve national team. And we get big men for Warri for there, where they even into sport. But let's just imagine, we have NFF president before, Amaju Pinnick. Those kind of people, they know if we try to reorganize S International, we don't suffer for this country, we don't suffer for this country. Many of us, they suffer, we do fool. Many people don't make this country proud. When they play, they shout, hey, up Nigeria, up Nigeria, up Nigeria. Then, when would they play? Now they know us. After those start finished, they will forget about us, they will push us, go side. Just imagine. Gift Atulewa. Now people are writing everywhere. May also rest in perfect peace. May also rest in perfect peace. Different people, different media are carrying the pictures everywhere now. Small time you will soon see some people go they donate money again. They not donate money. Donate money. When I take burial, what are you donating for? When the boy is suffering, when my brother is suffering, my friend is suffering, who donated money for him to establish? Man that put on Nigerian jersey, that waved Nigerian flag in outside country, that brought sliver back to Nigeria. Nobody honor that boy. Okay, what is our NFF doing? All those people that see they knows football. What are they doing with our S players? Even our S players who don't play for Nigeria, we get big names for S players, all of them. Nobody will contribute and talk about this issue. Is that how it works in other countries? That's work in UK, Germany. Everybody that plays for national team in abroad, after just play one match just put on your national team jersey, just 1 hour inside the field. They will respect you and they will pay you till you die. Just imagine, I give, don't die. He suffer. According to people, he suffer. He say waka, he suffer. I waka, that kind of waka, I waka on too. Depression won't kill me. Depression, I tried. Depression. Everything we'll get for football, during when they play for Nigeria League, everything for Nigeria League, the club side, everything. Our money, you know, get money where we even see. Our sign-up fees, they must collect our remaining sign-up fees. Nobody, see now, many clubs, they even own, many clubs, they owe us. Bielsa, they owe us a lot of millions. Since how many years? I go Olympic, come back. Then give us land. Till today, we don't see land. The only thing we go talk say we achieve for Olympic. We don't see land, we don't see anything. Now they will say, Moko no cry, Maka no cry out, Maka speak. A lot of Nigerians, they there now, they suffer. Plenty players, they fear to even talk. Even the ones who get money, they find appointment for NFL, they find appointment for club side. Upon money where they get three, they don't know what they want, they know what they want to, they won't feel organized. Make us S International, make them come up for sufferness. I don't want to mention names. I'm really disappointed in those S big players that make names, that have money, that tried. I'm really disappointed in them. I swear. There is no love in this football, Nigerian football, there is no love.
Sorry, bro. He's saying the truth. You know, the problem is that majority of Nigerian footballers, they were just like common hustlers too. Who never, majority, I'm not saying all of them, only few really had, you know, proper education or other skills. Because back in the days, right, when you face football, then most people are like those who have already like dropped out of school. And the only thing they had was that their skills for football, and the moment they couldn't go beyond a certain level in their career, that's it. That is it. And Nigeria doesn't give a damn about you. There are so many of them who even made money, but because of lack of proper skills or managerial skills and all of that, the whole money finished. Nigeria happened to them, and they have been struggling since then. And there are many. There are many of them that I've seen on social media that people have to solicit for money for them just to help them because they are living rough. Seriously. This was supposed to be like the guys who were in their young ages. When they were so young, they knew no other skill, no other trade than just a football. And when you see so many of them today, I mean, that guy he was Nigeria's goalkeeper, Abi, Ambrose Van Second or something. He looks so different, like I could barely recognize him. There are so many of them who are living in poverty today. They are still being owed money by some of these local clubs in Nigeria. Feel sorry for them. It is what Nigeria is. Yeah, it is what Nigeria is. Same. And I don't even know what to say to those who are currently footballers, because there are still those who are like footballers today, who have also dropped out of school. They've got no real education. They are the only, the only thing they have is just their skills and all that. And one injury, boom, they are finished. Really sorry for the young man. He was 38. He died of depression, high blood pressure. High blood pressure at 38. That's some serious stuff, man. Like, how many of them are you really going to really help? The system doesn't help anyone. You are on your own. The system doesn't give a damn about you, unfortunately. So when they say that if you go and represent Nigeria, you are going to come back in regrets. I know that's a very tough thing, possibly to say so blunt. It was Mazin Namdekano that said that serve Nigeria, you will come back in regrets. But these were these guys who put smiles on our faces, no joke. For those of us who once shared the flying eagles, the super eagles, the green eagles, and all those kind of eagles they gave themselves, we're among those who spend our time that no matter what, we're all going to gather around the TV to watch the next match, no matter the time, whether it is 2 a.m. in the morning, Korea, Japan, whether it is 7 a.m. in the morning, on Monday morning, we will gather and watch the match. But Nigeria doesn't really give a damn about them. So when they manage to win anything and return to the country, the politicians will grab them, they will use them for photo ops, they will promise them heaven and earth, and years later, you'll be hearing that the Shingbang, they don't give them. Shingbang, they will promise them houses, they will promise them lands. Imagine what's her name again? Ajunwa. What's her name? A full name? I've almost forgot her name now. Is that Chioma Ajunwa? Yeah, that's that lady. See, she was promised a lot. Chioma was promised a house by the government of Nigeria. It was Fashola who later gave her a house, and that was about 20 years after. Chioma Ajunwa from Atlanta Olympics, I think it was the Olympics, 1996 Atlanta Olympics. They promised her when she won gold for Nigeria. I think Nigeria first gold in the Olympics. They promised her heaven and earth, money, land, houses, and all of that. She bind and no give her. She ended up returning back to the police that she was a police officer, right? She was a police officer, and she went on for the trial for the Olympics, and she qualified. She went on to go and win a gold for Nigeria in Olympics, and they promised her a lot. She went back to a police station to become a police officer, where she's working in the counter. On the counter. It was like 20 years later, the Fashola gave her a mini duplex or something in Lagos. Just, was it even Fashola or Ambody? I think it was Fashola. Like 20 or 20 something years later. Nigeria doesn't give a damn about anyone. And it's the politicians. It's who they are. It's unfortunate though. Like this one now. This one is a politician in Ondo State. They are having a governorship election in Ondo State tomorrow. His own promise is that if they make him governor, in 100 days in office, he's going to create hundreds of millionaires among the youth. His promise.
I decided to abide by INEC rules and regulation. You understand me? If you love me, vote for me. You understand me? If you don't love me, if you want to collect money, collect money. But I will not go against INEC regulations, because it is there that if they find you spending money to buy vote, it's against the law. Liable to go to prison.
So quickly, sir, so what are your chances of winning?
My chances is that I'm the only candidate that Ondo State requires for now. That is one. I'm the only candidate that Ondo State needs. Ondo State is bankrupt already. We are just there, down there, and we are supposed to be there. You understand? And I've told everybody who cares to know, my 24 years of service in Ondo State, trying to become the governor of Ondo State, is not just for joke. I'm here to serve my people. I'm here to deliver my people, and I'm here to take Ondo's sun that is on the floor to shine again. And I keep on telling everybody, by the time I will be celebrating my 100 days in office, from the 18 local government, I will bring young youths, that is hundreds, within the 18 local government that are millionaires. When I'm going to celebrate my 100 days across the 18 local government, you will see young boys, young girls, that millionaire. They will have their own businesses. They will have people working for them. If you have 2 million, you are a millionaire. If you have 5 million, you are a millionaire. They will not do 419 again, because I'm a man that thinks out of the box. I will create wealth for them. Before I go, and I've promised women that are traders, if you doesn't belong to any market associations for now, please try to belong. I've said the security deposit, there was a governor security votes here. Those are things that's going to create wealth for the women so that it can be okay. And we the men will be discussing. And this is the first time that if you have contract to be given out in this state, almost say to Aluma Agba, to ba mo se lo wa contractor e wa to ma se, èyí tó máa gbé contractor láti Ìbàdàn, wọ́n á gbé láti Sokoto, ìyẹn ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ ní government wa o. Ask a question.
Lastly, sir, so yes. Ask the question that if you eventually win, do you think you'll be given this mandate?
As I said, if you were in the dome the other day, I charged the chairman of INEC, and I charged the DIG Alabi, and I charged other security agents that I believe that they are credible people, as they said, and I believe that trustworthy people. You understand me? I don't have any doubt in my mind that they will allow this election to be free and fair, because this is the first time that Ondo State indigenous wants to come out in full and vote for. I decided to.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take India. It is smoke Igbo. It is take India.
Because you can easily see through him. That's just to tell you that, see, the one for APC, for PDP, they are not different. They are like all sounding similar. Man, not like you. You get that's how you are going to know that the people are already, they are in soup. There is no escape route for the people from these charlatans. the quality of those who are running to lead them. If you check them, they are substanceless. Yeah. People who are trying to lead the people there. Like there's no way they can escape anything from what is called the calamity that the contraption represents. Look at the quality of those who are running. I even expected the Showore to be in Ondo. Our own Showore that want to be, president of Nigeria. I have not seen Showore in Ondo State with that AAC guy. The AAC guy has been everywhere. Like you would think say the guy is contesting for local government chairman. He's on the street. He's talking to everybody. He's like, but he's actually want to be the governor of the state, Ondo State. He doesn't have money. They've printed a small pieces of paper of information to tell everybody what he's going to do. He's on the street everywhere. And I'm like, Showore is talking about becoming president of Nigeria. You should indeed weigh your influence in Ondo State. Destabilize the political structure of Ondo State for PDP and APC. As the leader of AAC, you are supposed to move all of your resources down to Ondo. This is my state. It will make it difficult for them to rig here. Nigeria is so massive. And that's why people kind of feel like he's a clown. But if I happen to be somebody like Showore, who is saying I want to be president of Nigeria, and I am from Ogun State, here you get, I will go and disrupt the political space of Ogun State. You get me? I will go there and disrupt everything. Out of the 20 local governments in Ogun State, and I have a candidate who wants to be governor of Ogun State, and I am the presidential candidate of my party in this regard, right? I will disrupt the entire place for PDP APC. Out of 20 local governments, at least we must win 10 of them. 10. That's what you call disruption. But Showore is right there on the podcast, on the here and there, on Twitter. Oh man. I've been looking. I'm like, these guys have been doing their mega rally this, mega rally that, intimidating everybody, even intimidating the AAC. The guy in the AAC, they see him as inconsequential. Here you get. And Showore is right here in Lagos, in Abuja. Move everybody down to Ondo State. Go and disrupt the political structure there. Disrupt the political settings there. Disrupt their plans. Show us what you are capable of possibly achieving or doing. When you make it difficult for them to rig in Ondo, that you disrupt all their plans. There are some people that will automatically just believe in you. No, I'm just saying, I know they will rig it. You don't get what I'm saying. So I know they will rig. I'm just saying that, me, I know they do their election. I'm not part of all of that nonsense because I don't believe in it. I'm just saying that if I was Showore, Showore wants to be president. Okay? Even Showore knows that they will rig. There's no election, right? But I'm saying in this time, because he is from Ondo State and they're having an off-cycle election. Here you get now. Off-cycle election means Ondo is just Ondo. They will rig, Abi. Now I'm going to make it difficult for them. And now, even with all those thugs, I don't know if the Ondo thugs are as brutal and violent as Ogun State thugs. Because you see, Ogun State thugs, there are two. There are those who are like the touts, the normal touts. You have the garage Agbero Nkonkon. Then there are others who are like students, cultists. All those ones now good at the year. Okay, now shoot and kill. They are not there to disrupt campaigns. They are there to shoot and kill people. And they work for PDP, they work for APC. I have met some of them at different political meetings before I left Nigeria. So that I'm speaking from experience. So I'm not from Ondo State. I don't know how tough they are there. Maybe it's the same. But I'm talking about if I ended up being part of those who are running their political space. I have my own trick of bringing some of them to my side too. I can. Yeah, I can. I can bring some of them to my side so that we can just do aura for aura, gun for gun. You don't understand. Maybe that's just me, Sha. Maybe that's just me. But the point I'm trying to make is that you know they will rig, you know they will intimidate, you know they will do all of that thing, Abi. But I don't run for president. I say I want to be president of Nigeria, for example. Okay? Even though I probably, I stand no chance, fine. But I'm from Ondo State. I can disrupt the whole place. Yes, I can. Even me, Janjala, yeah, I can. It's not about winning it. It is about disrupting their plans. You get all the permutations, all the shit you get. I've got the media, I've got platforms. I could get young guys and all of them to be reporting. I could get all the thugs I can get. I can get all the guns I can get. I'm saying this not because of anything, no, because I have been there before. I just never run for office. I used to be part of this political arrangement for Ondo State. I was, But you are not going there to win. You're just going there to disrupt what they are planning. And she already have that capacity. He should be there on ground, but I haven't seen him once, per se. With that guy, the guy is everywhere, despite all this intimidation, all these thugs and all of that. The guy has been everywhere. The guy that is AAC candidate has been everywhere. He got invited to this their peace accord stuff. He still made his voice heard. You don't need all the local government, 18 local governments in Ondo State. Just disrupt their plan in just about 5 local government areas. Sit down, map it, send your guys in, get all the, you know what I mean? Disrupt the plan. Enough that they will go back, where they are supposed to spend 10 million naira. You can force them to spend up to 100 million naira. Make them lose more. Make them sit back and say, Showore a problem, or Showore and his guys are problems. So you know what I mean? And people will read it, will see all the evidence. Last, if you force them to leave you 2 local government areas, you don't have to win it, but shake them. Showore can shake them across Nigeria. That is why INEC can just write 14,000 votes for him or 30,000 votes. You get? But Ondo State, in his own state, can disrupt all these plans. The Rattel gang, those ones called the Rattel gang, they are the VDM's people. So yesterday, very dark man returned to Lagos to go and answer the case brought against him by the Falanos 2 days ago when he landed in Lagos. He sort of gave out a dog whistle to his own Rattel gang. I am going to court tomorrow. They want me to apologize. I will not apologize for exposing corruption. And I support him.
All right. So I just touched down Lagos for the Falanos case against me tomorrow at Ikeja High Court by 9 o'clock. So I just reached Lagos. As you all know, they say I defamed them. Why for me, na corruption, me I expose. I see something where we say it don't even make any sense. Imagine say they say people they go prison and they know they go. Imagine say the EFCC where they talk saying and then they catch people where they do fraud and all those things. We hear saying and then they collect money. You understand? That is what I expose. But sadly, some people name they inside and the people say, when you hear our name, why you no come tell us? Why you go put something like that? In short, apologize to us. And me, I know if you see what they wrong, I'll come start to the boost people ego. See 1 or 2 things. So we know they apologize to nobody. If your name they there, you clear your name. You understand? We don't try to do respect. Respect no work. We don't double it. We don't say you know what they say. You must go. We don't reach. Everyone no go cuckoo for. You don't understand? And tomorrow again, if I yell a name for anything, I go post them. Life. No they fear anybody, papa. No they fear anybody, papa. You understand? So we no go want that kind of country be say when you reach your turn, make you keep quiet. But when you reach another person turn, more talk. Imagine say that's voice record now. Say na in your bad most name they call or Tony Abraham well of now no like. Yes, they did it. Una go shout. Yes, they did it. As he reach precious stone, everybody turn this very dark man is doing too much. Why didn't he made some innuendos? Now I know it to be innuendos. We kuku no go square on corruption and we expose. And tomorrow, like I said, in order to make Nigeria go forward, we go drop respect. Yes, now in order to make Nigeria go forward, we'll stop all these things we are doing. There's no, you can't dare use familiarity, do what you want to spoil your country. No. What is wrong is wrong. And like I said, tomorrow, even if not my mother name appear, I go post my mama. You don't understand? I'll post my mama. Nigeria, I want Nigeria to be better for the nearest future. I'll be say, I won't do familiarity. This one, like I said, if Nigeria Badmus name, or Tony Abraham, or maybe Thiefnubu, where the whole country they day again steady. Una for appeal, na no go even say you don't reach precious stone. Anyways, daddy's boy. I hope to see you now tomorrow in court, or whichever representative. Me and my lawyer we don't show, and by the grace of God, God stand with the truthful people. Yes, the Lord will always stand with the truthful people. Yes. So see you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the Ikeja High Court. Thank you very much. Peace and love. Don't play. I can't even wait. Would they even be telling me say make I even bring down the video? I expose corruption. They say make I bring down corruption video. Oh, this country now why y'all? Yeah. We move. Don't play. Peace and love. Else you gonna learn. Or you will learn.
EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don enter for power. Ewo EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don enter for power. Ewo EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don enter for power. If you dey do government work, you go carry am for head, you. Maka one day, I got for quaggy, mama. In another government, you why you one day more, every quietly, one day, I got forget, mama. Ewo, yes, the German, no day for jail. Politician, why in the program and power.
Politician way the probe don't enter for power. Ewo, man, sit for jail. For Nigeria, don't expose corruption. And if you have to expose any corruption or bad behavior, you must cherry pick. Leave this one. Touch that one. No. No touch that one. That one. Yes, that one. What about this? Leave this one. Leave this. This one is good. You have to take that one. People have to cherry pick because Nigerians, they love their criminals differently. Some will tell you, my criminal is better than your criminal. My own criminal is God fearing. Your own no they fear God. My own thief is better than your thief. Because your thief is very selfish. My own thief is a generous one. My own thief is a philanthropist. Your own thief is a selfish one. So my thief is better than your thief. It's unbelievable. So yesterday morning, in his own dramatic way, he appeared in what looked like a Shango wear from Benin.
Don't play or you let it.
Don't play. That's it. He's got his own Ratel gang. And that's our famous guy that, you remember him? No more peaceful protests. No more peaceful protests again. We scatter everything. You remember that guy? He is also a Ratel with a very dark man.
Now the deal at last.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Lagos State.
Oh no.
Outside.
Oh, Biayo. You say what Biayo?
Oh, Biayo.
Oh, Biayo. Kò sẹ́jọ́. Kò sẹ́jọ́. Bàbá sí kò sẹ́jọ́.
Kò sẹ́jọ́.
Yes. You say talk now.
What happened there now?
No, you shall make it happen. Oh, Biayo.
Oh, Biayo.
Kò sẹ́jọ́.
Kò sẹ́jọ́.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yàrá yẹ anybody. Dídí ẹ̀mí lẹ́lẹ́ yo. Ó ti yẹ. Kò sẹ́jọ́ àwọn ọ̀gá tí wọ́n lé àwọn mẹ́tọ̀ tí wọ́n lé. Ìyá wọn. Ìyá wọn. Oh no.
They are the Ratel gang. I am telling you, this is a generation that somehow, if Gani Fawehinmi is alive, he's probably going to be saying, it's going to be a good time to die. With time, these ones, they will likely, they will likely, get to that stage to actually tear down the entire system when gradual like that. People are following the development now. Why would you want somebody who exposed, what seems to be like a corruption? Why would you be charging that person for defamation? The guy enter market too. And that is what some people don't like. So what's special about him? I want people to be very careful of this very dark man, because I know that he's working for government. Why is he not talking about Ondo State? How come he's not talking about calm down. The people will choose their own heroes. Somehow, there are those who knows that what he stands for in making those who believe they are untouchable to make them sweat is what they want. You say pick a fight. Pick a fight. Pick something and watch. Maybe a lot of people will also agree with you, and some will never agree with you. Sure you get. In Nigeria, since me, I don't grow up, people tend to side with the people suspected to be the weak. If you want to use your position of influence to subdue or subjugate others, they are likely going to come against you. And that is why you have a very dark man. A system will continue to produce its own heroes. And generation from generation to generation, right? It will always be like that. So you said choose a battle, all right? And, choose something to fight for. If you want to be seen, right? So the young man is doing his bit, using his platform to push and fight for the voiceless. And it doesn't really have to fight it your way. It doesn't have to do it the way you think he should be doing it. The fact here is that he is doing something, all right? Whether it is making impact in your own summation or it's not, the people will be the judge. Sure, you get me now? So we'll leave it at that and possibly do the rest later. So I'm going to take calls. Let's take a few calls before we go. And that's going to be like another 10 minutes, another 40 minutes phone call. Let's see how that works out. Thank you so much anyway. And if you really have to go, remember, like the broadcast, okay? But if you have one or two things to say to this chat, it will be the time for you to pick up the phone and call in.
My wife came in the morning and said, darling, we will need 5,000 naira today. 5,000 naira of those days, so when the naira was stronger than the dollar. Don't worry, those days will return. Oh, I know you don't believe me. If the Lord I serve is still on his throne, those glorious days will return. Maybe when that happens, you will know that there is a God of miracles. My wife came in the morning.
The farmer will make more money. Your lunch will not be imported. Cassava gari, the farmers will make money. The dinner will be cassava by
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that intercept and all that.
And I have my first caller this morning, afternoon, evening. Hello there.
Hello, General.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Baba. Baba. Owayama Rokyo.
Ashe, Baba.
I did. Talk with Baba Lalalu, sir, that's Canada.
Hey, Satopsy, again. How are you this morning?
Yeah. Baba, you be prophet. I did tell you, say you be prophet, but you don't want to.
God never call me.
God don't call you. Nigeria situation self call you. Everybody now call you, Baba.
I mean, even they talk say the voice of God is the voice of man. To when you're alone, no be so. I be prophet. Oh yeah, tell me what you know.
The reason I said it is that what you mentioned about Showore in regards to Ondo State is what I have been thinking. That Showore is there. There is somebody in Ondo State
Yes.
By now, Ondo State should be rooting for Showore. Again, God moves over.
I agree with you. Before I even speak, talk about like that, right? I've been thinking it. I said, it's not for him to say he won't win Ondo, but just make them fear you for Ondo. Maybe they go say, I'm for Ondo, it be factor, it disrupted the whole plan we get for here. The guy no be joke.
I get it, Baba. Okay? I get it, Baba. We have to feel him. I'm from Ondo State.
Right.
Number one. I'm from Wikare Akoko, Akoko Northeast.
Bless you.
The reason I'm saying this is that in Ondo State, Showore is contesting for presidency. And he did not even win his local government.
You get that don't sound well at all, man.
It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable, Baba.
If he gets advisors with this around him, they should actually have told him this. Showore was supposed to be the one choosing with the senator who could represent his senatorial district. He must be the one choosing those who are like his influence should choose those who are going to be the rep of his own region. His influence.
His senatorial district must be from AAC.
You get?
Number one, that is number one. Even if you say that you don't want to come down to contesting for Ondo State governorship, your senatorial district must be your representation.
You get?
Baba.
Your influence of reach that level. If not fight, you go fight down. Drag them to that level.
Number one, when you look at Ondo State structure, but I mentioned Ondo State and Ogun State, where in Ogun State, you know how to do things because you are from Ogun State. I'm from Ondo State.
Good.
I have been an activist from my life. I told you once that I went to Ondo State University, Ado-Ekiti, which is now Ekiti State University. I was a victim when I was in student union activism. I was shot by police. What they should do, what Showore should be doing now in Akoko, we have Ondo State University in Akumba, close to Ikare. We have FUTA. We have Federal State Polytechnic Owo. Those three institutions alone is enough to cause chaos and uproar in political system.
PDP, APC in that region, man. They're supposed to say, Showore, we don't need Showore money. Now Showore be our own. Anything we want, we go give up. You are supposed to be like that. They're supposed to see that much.
That much. If Ondo State have like 18 local government, if you provide just only 2 coastal buses for every local government, those 3 main institutions can cause like a serious political uproar in that state.
You get?
So they will feel you. They will go to every polling unit and they will make sure that the impact is felt. Anybody distributing money, if the police is not doing anything about it, they will beat those people up, including the police. 2 coastal buses can give you 80 people. That is enough. How many police did they every polling unit? Maximum 15. They will override and they will show.
In my own opinion,
they will show their immense power that come. Okay, if
Showore don't do now, he do student union politics now. What is different between student union politics in Nigeria and the main politics? You know, too different now.
It don't go far now. You're supposed to be with this guy on the street and telling them that come. If this guy is not going to win, the result is not going to be announced. If any other result is going to be announced in the next 6 months, this state is not going to have peace. They're supposed to disrupt the political situation in Nigeria. And aside from that, personally, I want to let you know that Nigeria has a lot of revolutionaries, but they need to identify themselves, Baba. Look at this guy, Very Dark Man. If Very Dark Man contests election for his own local government with the kind of this thing is pulling out, he's going to win.
Of course.
We need people like that to enter the system, Baba. If we think we are going to sit down and one day Nigeria is just going to revolutionize and everything is just going to change, it's not going to happen.
No.
People that God has raised You are doing a wonderful. That's why I call you a prophet, because everything you don't talk, Baba, you are on point. Everything, every single thing that
The
ever
only
came
thing
out of
left
your
for me is
mouth.
to be physically involved, which
I
I'm
understand.
inching towards that. I was having a chat with one of my leaders in this whole kind of like a struggle too. Yes, they said, if people like us become radicalized as things are going, man, everybody power. You get? But I'm still pretty much like hoping that as the thing they go now, they won't push us to that stage. Because go to my end, I tell you, Baba.
I am with you, Baba. I am with you on that. I am with you. What I'm saying is that, Baba, all we can do, all you can do, you have done it. Trust me. But what has to happen is that in Nigeria, they have to identify the like-minded in the north, in the east, in the west, and they have to take charge. There has to be a common front, Baba. Once there is a common front, you go see, say, all these things we go talk. Ayo loma benye. If there is a common front.
Thank you very
but
much.
But presently, there is not a common front.
If we are still like doing individual fights here and there, divided we fall, united we stand, kind of a thing. It has to do with common interest, common purpose, and common orientation.
But,
we are getting there.
But all the soldier has to be on the street.
See?
Some cannot be on the street while some are whining. All the soldier, if you want a change, let us be on the street together. Until that time, there won't be a change. But once that happens, you will see the difference. You will.
Thank you so much, Baba. Let me take another one. I appreciate your contribution. That I found somebody who sees it the way I've seen it as well. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
Topsy from Canada. I have another person on the line right now. Hello. Yes, sir. Baba.
How are you doing, sir? How's your family?
I do, like always. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you very much for your effort, man. And I like the last guy who was speaking about Showore. If you ask him now, that did you vote for Showore last time? He will say no. Yeah, and that's the problem. Every vote counts. I know people are saying that he needs to go to. Yes, it's a fact. I told him myself. I actually spoke to him and I said, Showore, why can't you go and do the governorship in Ondo State? Let's start from home. But then he's got. Yeah. He's got a point as well that says, he asked me, he said, did you vote for me last time? Said, you that you are talking to me, did you? And how many people did you speak to about me so that we can change the system together? And that's the problem. We continue to say, he's not a youth, he's getting old himself. He's going to
50 now. It's not youth anymore. I know.
It's not, although he's running everywhere, he's still very strong. We want somebody like him. We want people that are very assertive, that speak to power. We don't want people that will mingle with them. Yeah, it's a tactics, but then, you are still part of the system. Last time, did you know what I did, I supported Obi because I think, I'm from Ekiti myself.
Oh, bless you.
I supported Obi. I said, listen, out of the 3 front runners, Obi is better. He's still strong. He's come to speak to the youth sometimes. He comes to podcasts. We can engage him. Not somebody that didn't even come for any debate at all. Kolu did not come. He did not speak to Nigerians, and he hasn't spoken to us. Every time he speaks, it's sometimes when he wants to tell us he's got nothing to do with us. And the traditional rulers, the religious people that is praying for dollar not to eat 10,000 naira, they are there telling us rubbish for time immemorial. It is other 2 things, Is it that these religious leaders are delusional? You can be delusional. You can be having some sort of grandiosity that, I'm the king of England, and I'm only from one village from Ekiti. So is it that you are delusional, or you actually believe in that Bible you carry, and you are not knowledgeable? Is it that the two? Yeah, you are delusional. You think that, okay, this is going to happen. And you believe in the Bible. Israel is never going to, nobody will beat Israel. Meanwhile, Israel get Iron Dome. You understand? You understand? And you are telling us, meanwhile, America is pumping money. The West is pumping money to Israel to support them. If not that, they will be eradicated in 2 minutes.
I mean, like, they are surrounded by those who have the capacity to wipe them off in a few minutes. You're right. Without
But
all
it's
of
not
this,
Yeah, it's not because the Bible says you cannot win them. No, it is because they are very sophisticated themselves and they have the support of people that are powerful in the world. It's not because of the Bible, but we have pastors that are actually fasting for 50 days and they think things is going to happen. They believe it. It is madness all over the places. But for Showore, I've said to myself, Showore, with the community on Twitter, I've spoken to a few people about him. We want to gather ourselves. We want to do a bit of what Obama did. We want to do some grassrooting for him. We want to try that. And it's good. And that's what I'm going to do next. Thank you, Mayegun, and more gift to your power.
Thank you for adding your voice as well. Okay, it's quite interesting that a lot of people are listening all over the world, and somehow we all know that something has to be done. You know, maybe it may not be the way this person wanted it to be, or this other person wanted to be. But one thing is that at the end of the day, we are likely going to reach a common ground and get rid of this entire system. Saulu, stay safe, Baba.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Here is another caller again on the line. Hello.
Hello. Baba.
How are you?
Chief Adela from Canada.
Sir Adeola. That's a chief, though. Chief Adeola.
Benny.
How are you today, sir?
Benny. I'm well. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Morning. We enjoy you here because this morning expose is always the right time for us up here.
To start.
Okay. I'm from Ondo State.
You know.
I am from Ondo State. I want to dwell.
Sir.
You touch the area of our backwardness today. Our religious leaders. I know you have been speaking all these times about it. I am a little bit over 60, and I will tell you a story today.
Yes, sir.
Go and look at the background of how we got to this level of backwardness. It started with the intervention or the introduction of the so-called Pentecostal churches. If you look at the caliber of the early Pentecostal leaders, you see that they are doctors, very cerebral, widely educated. Those are the people that by now should be able to give us permanent cure for malaria. Those are the people that by now should take us to the moon.
I'm back.
Those are the people that should have led us to all the space we hear that Elon Musk is doing. But what did they do? They go the way of money.
Yes.
And they didn't do it alone.
It became a religion on its own.
They left all our universities. And that was the beginning of the ruins of today. They chase money. They destroy family structures. Before them, we are so united as families. Nobody is hiding any good thing from their siblings or their relations. We go for festivals at home jointly, we celebrate everything. But all of a sudden, they begin to preach fear and guilt. They put so much fear that you begin to fear your brothers and sisters. You begin to fear extended family. You begin to say, hey, jewelry is not good, go and throw it away. You begin to say, television is not good, go and destroy it. That was the beginning.
Somebody is after your generational curses,
if they love Nigeria, the way all these people are claiming, they love Nigeria, right? Why didn't they use their academic prowess to build that nation? They sponsor their families, the children. They are trained, well trained abroad.
Yes.
Go on. I ask you today, Point to me where Mr. Oyedepo, son and daughters, is working in Nigeria. Point to me where the children of Baba Adeboye, the Kumuyi of this world, they are working in Nigeria. To me, they are well trained. Why are they not contributing to that Nigeria? Where are they?
They are working in the vineyard of God, winning soul, making money from it.
Baba was saying that the people that are talking about oil subsidy, let me tell you, the Sicilia Hebrews of this world, the Erastus Akimbola of this world, that kill all the banks. These wicked people, the leaders, the governor, they are front seater in those churches. They are front seaters. The Bible says, preach truth to authority and the kings. Our religious leaders, the Pentecostal, will go and under the darkness, cover of darkness in the night, they will go and meet this president and pray with them. They cannot speak. Let us relate their position, because you mentioned a very vital thing that triggered this call for me. You see, Baba Adeboye have 14 million followers.
Yes.
And quickly in my brain, I remember the outcome of the last election in Nigeria. Thiefnubu won by just 8 million people. Now, let us extrapolate that to the leaders of the United States of America, the early leaders who deliver the blacks. They are preachers like these people. Tell me, if Baba and Co multiplied by the number of churches love Nigeria, can you see the influence that those people can play in changing the trajectory of Nigeria?
It is unquantifiable. The number or their influence, if they actually tilted towards the people for just
if they love Nigeria, that number is good for tithing, but it's not good for liberation of the people of Nigeria.
No.
You see where it is?
I see.
These people, we can never write it down on a line, move forward as a nation with these deceitful people. You know, we should be very grateful to God. The sand is shifting. They are seeing things now that people are now using their brain to say, Baba, they are too old. And God is exposing them gradually. Things that they have said, if you don't pay time, you will not go to heaven. They are changing it right in their lifetime. They are eating their word. People are now thinking, you see, I listened to Baba Kumu speaking the other day, say, so Baba know all these things. But if now he's going to his 80s, he now remember that they have spoiled the world. They have destroyed the world for over 50 years. If you follow religious people in Nigeria, we're going nowhere.
Honestly.
As for Showore, the two speakers have done very well. He is one of the best candidates if we're to talk about the structure that it is now.
No doubt.
But he will not get there. You have to go and start for charity. They say begin at home. You have to demonstrate what you can do from your area. Thank you very much. Let me give chance to other. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thanks for stopping by again as well. That's quite interesting. I love it when the elders are so cerebral that way, in such a way that younger people like us, okay, we can always be reminded that even though we might be, threading the road that a lot dread, right? When we have elders, leaders, older men and women to say, no, you are right. In fact, things has to change and the ground is shifting. It must stay that way. It must stay shifting, because those who lead us to this stage, and they are doubling down, though, they are doubling down to make us feel like they are still right, even though they are so wrong. We have to say to their faces like that, say, no, don't mislead us anymore. Keep it to yourself. You either keep short, or you will always get disgraced this way. You will get, sort of like a called out this way. I appreciate that on this platform, though. Hello, Chingoze.
Hello, Baba.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. Nice family.
How your day to go?
Wow, bless God, bless God.
Thank you.
Everything is going well.
Well, thank God there. Thank you so much for
Baba, according to the last caller,
yes, sir.
See, we religious people, especially we Africa, you get mentality where we get, whereby anything, whatever our pastor say is what we follow. We don't listen to our family, we don't listen to our father, we don't listen to our mother. It's only the one pastor say is the final say, because we believe those pastors are God.
And it's not supposed
the
to
only,
go.
you know, so but the only that make the always say this the Lord touch Lord my Lord, do my prophet low harm. They will put that fear in you. Anytime you see someone talk like this, then you see people say your generation will be caused this, blah, 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 blah. With that belief of those pastors that feel that those pastors are God. It's just like one comment, well, one of our brother make, he talk about mountain. Yes, I used to go that mountain that time. Orike mountain. So you believe say that mountain where we believe say na there Holy Ghost is there, na there Jesus they stay. What are doing there? They are doing business there.
You get?
What business? They just arrange one person. That person will come and do testimony that when I come mountain last 1 year ago, I come to this mountain and so pastor pray for me for a year, and I have a company now. I buy 4 cars. You will see the pastor will say, if you know that what God will do such for you, come and tap with the anointing. You will see people will going with 10,000, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 20,000. That are tapping.
Their own miracle. The more you give,
Yeah, the one.
your prayer will be answered first. So you will get there. You know what? Everybody they put 10,000. Me, I go put 100,000.
I see all these religious people that have brainwashed us a lot. Even when this guy, Matthias says that when he started to talk about all this religion, I used to be one of his enemy.
Yeah. Because
but later,
say, why did they target pastor? Go and face your politician.
Yes.
Of the government in it. But when a person will not get sense, they ask that kind of question. Anybody who knows how the whole thing they operate for Nigeria, you go know, say, your pastors, where they tell you, say, go pray in the face of ruin the economy, in be friends with the politicians behind the scene. And it needs to calm you down to make you believe, say, whatever you are going through economically, if your business don't move well, it must be the devil. Not because of the government policies. Not because of the policies where we say they push you out of business or not devil. So if you give me money, we go chase the devil away. And if the devil no leave you, your business die. Now your fault. Now you no get faith. So now people will not get sense. Go think say all of us calling out these criminals, now just because we know like religion. No. We are talking about those who they use your religion to manipulate you. Share you get now? When we see those who are destroying the country, we know their names, we know their friends. If somebody come around and say a devil they do we no go agree because you are lying.
I say all those pastors, they don't like themselves. I have followed a lot of them. This one will be talking against the other one. That one is not the man of God. He used to go social plates and make jam. Now that's why he have a much member. He will be cascating that person. Try to get your followers.
You want the thing, so machine are the same God. All of us they serve so. Being a different gods.
Baba, you know when I take this thing, that during the election, Thiefnubu and the P2B. This one will come and prophesy you and say P2B will be a president. This one will come and say Thiefnubu. This one will come and say Atiku. Baba I say
and all of them they hear from
if like different God, different God will get this time, bro.
Because it's all clubbing, man. You know.
That only doing their business. They only do their business.
Chigozie, I'll take another one.
Baba. No problem. We'll talk later time.
Thank you so much, okay, for stopping by.
Man.
Mokuna the pusher, it go be, like this, everybody go get their own brain. People will be say still be confused. We're not too sure. Say, Shana, make a reason this thing, or make a just leave an as it be. A platform like this go make them make the decision quick. Stay safe.
Not so.
Stay safe.
We thank you so much.
God bless you, man. Thank you. So that's a Chigozie right there from Lagos. Here is another caller. I believe this is Godwin. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir. How are you?
It's fine. It's been a while.
I know.
And just to make
this morning, you say, or no, afternoon though.
No, not afternoon.
Because it's like it's
no. London. I don't near very close to London now, so now Slough.
So it's almost the same time then, right?
Yes. How are you, my brother?
Well, I am here, I
can see you. Yeah? What else can I tell you? I just say congratulations, and I thank God for giving us at my age to be able to live to see people like you.
Oh, thank you so much for being there. Thank you.
Yes, because there are a lot of people in different ages that has had this very mentality that you have got and the wisdom, but they had no opportunity to put it out so that others can share from it. So that I live to be able to share and talk to you, I call it a blessing.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much again for being there again. Please.
Okay, just briefly. There are so many things I want to talk about, but most of the time I will always forget. Okay, let me start from
yes, start from the one you
exactly.
Remember. Others will come.
Yes, let me start from the pastor aspect of it. The religion, the way we take religion is because hello.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fine. The way we take religion is because of the way a lot of Africans believe in juju. That very juju mentality. That is the way we are taking religion. And because juju is made to make you fear, it's just to make you fear. And pastors who came into Christianity or even Muslim brought that very mentality into this type of religion. They created that very fear, and that's why if you listen to a person like Adeboye, you can see that with everything that is happening, him being in the center of it, he can still believe that there are people so foolish to still believing that his prayer is making the dollar, Naira not to fall against the dollar.
On this, don't forget, he's been in this business for 50 years.
Yes, I do understand.
So this is his life.
I do understand that. I do understand that. The problem I have is that there should be a limit. Hello?
I'm with you.
Yes.
You see, talking about limits, dear Godwin, right? Talking about limits, okay?
Yes.
If not for social media, these are the normal things, right? That we barely see or hear them this way. They have a way of rephrasing them.
This is exactly why I pray that God has given me opportunity to have this opportunity.
Yeah. Are they with you? Continue.
Hello? Yes. Okay. So now, on that very one, there's somebody I want to mention. I never wanted to go into that, but there's one person who is equally in that Christianity. He's a pastor. Is by name Dr. Ebe Damina.
Oh, that man. You know that they've announced that he's no longer a Christian. The Christian body.
It doesn't matter.
The guy is no longer representing.
Yes, fine. Fine. It doesn't matter. But Dr. Ebe Damina, I think God has come into the system to join us who is ready to bring out the truth. And people are fighting. No matter how you fight against it, the truth will always prevail later. So within the Christendom, there's evil voices now rising. And Dr. Ebe Damina is creating awareness from a different angle. That is still debatable. I'm not saying it's 100% true, because I cannot prove that I'm not God.
No man is 100%, always right, so to say. But you're right.
Very good.
Go on.
So that is a person to watch. That is on one hand. Then on Showore's side,
sir.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. I am a follower of Showore when they come into light. I still will always start with him because he's the one who wants to speak the truth to government, which are the people we need, just like you.
Yes.
But when we have to, there's a time we have to, at least when you are playing the game and you are not winning, you need to know that you need to change your system. Like in football or any other game you're playing, it's politics. Sure, need to think of what to do because just speaking is not going to change it.
No.
That is true. It needs to really go into it. Just like I've always said, I am of your school in the sense of I believe that there's no way, there's nobody who's going to change Nigeria through politics.
No. Or if you
Nigeria is not,
them, then you must do it in such a way that if
you can be disrupting.
You get that? If you don't fear
you can be disrupting.
There's
exactly.
no point in with them anymore.
No,
just drop it.
No. Like for example, when Obi came into the system, he is equal. He has been with the system. He's still with the system, but he's playing his own game to try to see if he can manipulate, change the system a bit to make it a bit practicable for others. That is not going to, from my own understanding, it's not going to change Nigeria, but it's changing Nigeria to a extent, in the sense because people can relate to the truth he's talking about.
That's right.
So he is playing his own game, just like you said. Everyone who wants to change Nigeria should pick his fights.
Pick one.
He doesn't have to do it the way the other one is doing it. Exactly. Pick your own style. This one, Obi is doing his own style. Showore is doing his own. Mayegu is doing his own. Very Dark Man is doing his own. Those who are there, that is a fight. That is how we are going to do it until we get to a stage where we will all come. All Nigerians will come to a position to say, okay, we have got to this. Now, we are going to fight. Don't come and fight my people.
We will have our differences, Godwin, right?
Exactly.
But at that point, we also have three things in common. Then,
in common, exactly.
Even Showore said something on this platform. Godwin, Showore said something on this platform a while back. Okay, he said he is not against the breakup of Nigeria, and I will never forget it. A lot of people will never forget it on this platform. He said he's not against it.
Exactly.
But Nigeria will not break as long as these criminals still have power. So we need to come together, team together, and break them. Then everybody will want, if you want your own Biafra, if you want your own Yoruba,
you want Biafra, you want to do well, you want whatever republic,
you get
fight it, let's break it, because all of us together will never be one.
No.
If we are singing one Nigeria, it's because Nigeria has never been one.
No.
This is the truth. Nigeria has never been one, will never be one, until it will never, there's no way, because you are just too different. So we must all decide to say, okay, this thing is not working. I want to go, but I cannot go the way I am. Then let us choose the common fight that will benefit all of us. Don't come and fight me. Let not Igbo go and fight Hausa. Hausa go and fight Yoruba. No, you Yoruba man fight Yoruba. Igbo man fight Igbo. Urobo man fight Urobo. Whatever you come from.
Within our midst.
Those people, everybody that is making Nigeria what it is today, that is not beneficial to us, let us fight them. And by the time we have defeated them, then we now say, okay, come on, that we fought the same fight does not mean I want to be with you. You go your own, I'm going on my own.
God bless you.
It's as simple as that.
God bless you. And a lot of our people don't see it that way yet. But with time, you will see it that way.
Yes.
Godwin.
And that is why we bless you. We pray for you every day, because you are one of the people who is giving that very voice to say, there's no way we are just going to sit there together one day.
Thank you so
Everyone
much.
must think that if we must get to this destination, it does not matter if I have to swim because I'm from the riverine, if I have to climb the hill because I'm from the hill, whatever I have to climb from, but we get to that very destination.
Eventually.
Everyone should do his own part.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And when we are starting to do it, we don't look at our corner to say, this is my brother, this is my son, that is my friend. No. So long as against what we all want, is your enemy.
God bless you. That's it. We'll get to that point someday, and someday soon.
That's why I still believe, I pray that God make me to see it, but
you shall. All of us shall.
It has started.
Yes, sir.
It has started and it will never go back. I believe that. There's no way we're going to go back to it. Because every day, new people are coming up. Maybe some 2 months or 3 months ago, nobody was talking about a very dark man, but today is becoming a phenomenon already.
Yes.
Because he's standing on his ground, which is what people believe.
Yes.
People will be keyed into areas like this, and we are going to get it right.
God bless you. God doing, sir.
So keep on. With God will always strengthen you, bless you, and help you to keep what you're doing, because it's for the benefit of the people.
Thank you so much, Godwin.
Thank you very much. That's all I have to contribute today.
Sir. You have a good one, okay?
Thank you.
Cheers, man. That's very, very brilliant. We don't have to all agree on everything. But you see, that moment we can agree on something, and that thing is that this contraption is not working for any of us to start with, right? And the people responsible for this degenerate, what do you call it, contraption, this establishment, they are our own collective enemies, right? Whether they are from the Igbo land, from Yoruba land, from Hausa land, from Ijo land, Yoruba land, TV land, Berom land, Ishekiri land, and all this land. The moment we all agree that, yes, these are the enemies of the people, the establishment, and we need to go for them. The moment all of us agree to that, that may be the beginning of our freedom and independence. Honestly, here is another caller. Hello. Do I still have you there? Or did I lose that call? Right. I believe that WhatsApp just did what it normally does. Connect people and never really connects them. So let me take another one. Hopefully I'll get you back. Hello.
Hello. Hello, General.
Yes, sir. Casey.
How you doing?
Bye, Dale. Yourself?
I'm good, oh.
Class.
Good morning.
You are connected, though. Everybody can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to make it as brief as I can.
Please.
I want to, like what you said like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I want to call out. I don't really like to talk. I like to listen. I just want to call today.
Please do.
Because sometimes, nobody, I realize that nobody said my mind. I want to take you back to when you're talking about Trump and everything and all that. I live in America, I don't support anybody. I'm independent. I don't trust all of them. They are all the same. They don't have our interest. You have to be honest with yourself. You remember that when Atiku, when people are last election before this one, last election before this election, yeah, 2019 election when Atiku, when they said that he can't come to America.
Yes, I remember.
Where did he go? Do you know the hotel that he went to? Trump Towers. That was your hotel.
Under the cover of Saraki, because Saraki was the Senate president then. Remember too?
Yes, sir.
I deal with you now.
So I just want to draw people's attention to like these people. Nobody has your interest. I live in America. American people are very selfish. They don't care about anybody. They only care about themselves. That's why they are brought up. You have to understand that. A lot of our people have to understand that. America don't care about anybody apart from themselves. And if you are not going to fight for yourself, they are not going to fight for you. You are just going to be like, are these people crazy or something? You have a lot of problems on my head. So you want me to come and fight for you? Are you like seriously?
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So our people, our leaders, these people are, I don't want to, these people don't have, as long as Nigeria realizes that these people, all the leaders in Nigeria, they don't have your interest. Regardless of who they are, they don't have your interest. These people that are there now, they don't look at Nigeria now. If it was Obi that was the president of Nigeria, and the Yoruba people are going to be saying, what are they going to be doing now? They are going to be shouting.
Trust me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That would have been like, restlessness across everywhere. I won't lie to you.
What if it's Atiku? But they want to
be the same.
Our Obama, all the people that I know, a lot of people that support Thiefnubu, and I keep telling them, a lie can never be truth. No matter how long you fool yourself, our Obama you only do it only just keep fooling yourself. As long as these people, it's like when you are playing a basketball game in America, when you are leading, when you're like 3 points ahead, and the time is like maybe 40 seconds to go. They call something like you have to run the clock so that the other opponent don't get the ball. You just run the clock and finish the game because once the other opponent get the ball, they can make a 3 point and make the game a draw. That's what the leaders in Nigeria are doing. These people are old. They are just running the clock. They know that Nigeria is gone. They are just running the clock like as long as they leave, they can still hold on to Nigeria.
You get?
Because they know that if they release it now, a lot of people are going to come after them. So they are just running the clock. Because look at him, how old is Thiefnubu now? Thiefnubu is 72 years old. Anytime from now, maybe if he's lucky, he's going to spend another 10 years in this world. And they are putting Nigeria in like a lot of debts.
You get?
They are putting because they are not going to pay. Are they going to pay the debt? Yeah. Are they going to pay the debt? They are going to put the debt on you and me.
They are not going to pay anything.
Yeah, because by that time they will be gone. Yes. I keep telling the people that are supporting them, keep following them. I'm going to, like maybe 20 years time or 25 years time, if I'm still alive, I'm going to play I'm going to play. That's when we are going to be playing the diary for them. That
you get
the people that spoil Nigeria. Yes, the people that spoil Nigerians, you are among them because you support these people. You support these people for years.
Who were like chastising us, who made us enemies.
Yes.
Under Buhari. 8 years of Buhari.
8 years. Come on, can you imagine?
Now, the scorecard. The same people are now telling us, right? The same people are now saying, "Now Buhari don't spoil Nigeria for Thiefnubu."
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
When he was spoiling that Nigeria, they called us enemy of
They
Nigeria.
they are supporting him. Yeah, you remember when you said yesterday that Nigeria is a scam.
Yeah,
and and these people are like you always said, they don't have shame.
They don't.
If I made a mistake, there's no point. We are all human beings. I can make a mistake.
Yeah.
If I make a mistake, I have to own up to my mistake. I don't have to double down. Why am I doubling down? Why am I doubling down? If I make a mistake, that's my responsibility. So that means that these people are not going to be responsible. They don't want to be responsible for anything.
No.
They don't want to. They don't want to be responsible for anything.
That's a problem. You know that, sir. That's a problem, okay?
Yes,
if
yes, that's the problem.
And this thing is wrong, right?
Yes.
And you admit it. You have a chance of
People
correcting it.
I have keys. I have 2 keys.
Yep.
If I made a mistake, okay. I might just be there. Then maybe later in the night when everything is calmed down, I'll go to them and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got it wrong. I'm so sorry." Okay.
Yep.
And then she'll be happy. They'll hug me and everybody's fine. But these people, they don't want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what is wrong with these people, man. I don't know what, because it's a lot of millions of people. Their life is at stake. I'm talking about do you know how much I spend to Nigeria every month? I've been in the Western world for almost 20-something years. I've never seen it like this before.
You see, good enough for somebody like
you. I've never seen it like this.
Abi. Now, some people think that if they change dollar,
I used to. Yes.
Go on. If they change dollar for 1,200, it makes them multimillionaire. No, you are daft.
Yes.
You are losing.
Yeah, you are just stupid. Yeah. Because you know how much you are spending every month. To like this one will call you. I want to pay my bills. Like one of my cousins called me yesterday and say, "Oh, my son is going to Lautech. He just got admission, whatever. Can you this one?" I said, I thought they said they're giving you student loan. I said, which student loan are they going to?
You get that? My own sister called me yesterday. She never really asked me for money that way because I have a way of kind of reaching out to them. Sure, you get. But my sister texted me yesterday and said, "I don't have money for food." I was like, what happened?
Yes.
She said, "No, they don't. They don't pay me well." I was like, "How much are they paying you where you work?" She told me. I was like, "Oh my God." She said they won't increase what they are paying me. Now I don't have money to buy food. My rent is almost running out. Guess what? I had to go and cough out £100 from my bank, which was like, somebody helped me send 200,000 to her. She was all over the place, praying for me.
A lot of people like that. A lot of people.
I was
a lot of people that I used to respect. A lot of people that I used to respect that these people never come to you. They are calling yours now.
My own blood sister.
I left Nigeria like Yes. Okay, go ahead.
No, I just said it. Like my own blood sister, I was like, it actually broke my heart, right? That she was telling me that she had no money for food, she had no money for rent.
This thing is not funny anymore, Mayegun. This thing is not funny. People have to face reality. People have to face, but you know, like you always said, they should keep doing it. And how long are they going to do it for? How long? How long are people? Because I keep telling people, if you make 200,000 naira in Nigeria, and you have family, I don't know what else you are doing. You are a criminal. I don't know how you're going to survive on 200,000 naira a month. Yes, I don't know how you're going to survive because you are just fooling yourself. Unless maybe you have a side business, fine. But if you have a 200,000 naira salary and you have kids, I don't know how you are doing it. I don't know how you are doing it. Thank you, Mayegun.
God bless you.
Just tell our people. Just remind them that when Atiku, when he couldn't enter America, he went to Trump Tower to
Trump Tower. In fact, that's a great reminder.
Trump is a businessman. Oh. They just realize that. Anybody that comes to his favor, that's what he's going to go for. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What, do you remember this guy too? Khashoggi, this guy that used to work for this Arab guy, Saudi Arabian guy, that they killed him in Turkish embassy.
That journalist.
Khashoggi, yes. Who was the president of America?
They were supposed to be president of America. That Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is arrested and rotten in jail.
They cover him. They cover that shit.
America covered that up, yeah. And the guy was an American.
And this guy,
Khashoggi is an American.
Yes, I know. No, he was. He has a green card. He didn't. I don't think it. But he's been living. Yeah, he was living there just like Shore. He's just somebody like Shore now.
Right.
Those people that they don't want to change their citizenship, but he's been here for like almost a couple of years.
Yep.
So people have to. Everybody is going for their own interests in this world. You have to understand
just
that.
A game to them.
That's what Nigeria. Yeah, everybody is going for their own interests. China, Russia, now interest too. Nobody give a shit about us. You have to understand that.
No, Chai.
You have to look at this.
Tinubu is also a deal maker. He's ready to give them whatever they want.
Look at that. Look at this guy that came to you. You know what? I know I'm a Lagos Island boy. You know, if I want to start Tinubu's topic, that's the story for another day.
Hey, Baba, thank you so much.
That's no problem. I'll call you. I'll keep calling again. If I have no worry. No worry. You too, Baba. Take care.
Nice one, sir.
Keep up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. So interesting. I am going to take just one more, even though we are going to possibly continue this later in the evening. We have just about 5 minutes to go. So my caller, remember this. We have 5 minutes. Let's share the time. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good morning, my time.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm good. For how many? I've been trying to get back to you for like over a year now. I've not been successful.
Well, I'm glad that finally we are now talking.
Yeah, the Nostradamus of our time.
You think so?
Absolutely, because everything you have said in the past over the years keep on manifesting one by one. And then it's so unfortunate that most times our people, like you usually say, that they can't see, they can't listen, but you keep on saying the truth, the temple of truth. Keep on doing your good work. Just keep it on. There's something like what they call consistency and persistence. You are very, very consistent.
Thank you.
That's when you know when one is doing something natural and from the heart. You've never derailed nor changed. How I wish that the large number of Nigerians can be able to listen and then be able to understand what you're saying. It's just a natural gift that God has given to you.
Thank you so much.
Do you understand?
I wish too. I do really wish.
Yeah.
But I'm not tired and I won't give up. And that's why I keep saying that even if at the end of the day, only one person tune in to listen, I will keep on and keep on, because I believe that one day, someday, right, this is going to count. I do believe it. Something is going to give.
Of course. Absolutely, because there's nothing. I could remember when the Owerri prison break happened.
Oh, remember?
You said it. Of course, you said it. That was 2-3 years ago. You said it that there's government hand is in it.
Absolutely.
Then when the unknown government came out, you said it that people should not be jubilating.
No.
You understand? You are telling the Biafrans that all this unknown nonsense is staged.
Yep.
You know, and everything you have.
For those who care.
Yes.
I know that a lot of our people are looking for revenge against these murderous, uniformed murderers called the army and the police and the government of Nigeria, but do not play into their hands because this always has their own political undertone. So when you play into their hands, justify it, you just give them whatever they want, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Then this issue of the religious, the pastors and all that. I tell people, I was in Nigeria last week. I just got back. I came back last week. Yes, I went home.
How was it?
My brother, same story. Things getting bad, getting worse and worse and worse. Truly, to be honest with you, I felt for my people. Honestly, I felt the level of hunger. Forget about the very minute percentage or minute number of people who could be able to afford to go and drink beer at the end of the day. Even most of the joints in Lagos that used to be, filled up, most have even been shutting down. You go to joints, it's scanty. Very few individuals that could afford to buy beer and then buy pepper soup or chop fish and not like that again.
Exactly. Patronage has dropped so much that anybody who is kind of telling you that some people are still doing parties and all of that, you are just being ingenious. You are just not honest. The real businesses, the microeconomy of Nigeria has almost collapsed.
It's gone. How many people are doing that party? That's that's what they call proportional number of a society. When you have 0.1% who are able to do whatever, to the point that I feel for people. I mean, I was at the supermarket buying something. A woman, well dressed, there was a bank beside. That's a bank beside the supermarket, and the woman was like, "Please, brother, can you buy me bread?"
Oh dear.
I said, bread? She said she's a pensioner. She came to take her money, but there was no money in her account. I called over, come and take the bread. So she picked one loaf of bread. I said, how much is it? They said 1,800. The woman dropped the bread. I said, no, take more. Understand? Call the boy, please give her more. And I can't take money and give to her. You see, I feel so bad. People can't even feed with 2,000 naira in Nigeria now. The common local joint where we go feed goat, put this one. It's no more like that again. For you to get that small rice, beans, and then you have to have at least 2 kg. Do you understand? Now something where 200 naira before, 100 naira, rice 15 naira, beans 20 naira, then put pomo, everything 100 naira. You go chop the food, but it's no more like that. So it's so sad. I went to Abuja.
It's going to get worse still.
It is. I believe if getting worse can be able to make them realize. In fact, at a point, I said to them, I wish that this will continue if it can make you people get sense.
I know.
Do you understand? The so-called pastors are not helping matter. When I was in school, I remember people who are going for Shiloh when I was a student. Up till now, they're still living in poverty.
Oh dear.
And I asked myself, how can you tell me to be doing? Look at them gaslighting Obi for saying that instead of night vigil, they should go to night shift.
They even got so offended. Man, I've never seen this kind of rage before. They got so offended that I was like, this guy must have threatened their source of income. But the real threat, do you know that the real threat to the source of their income as pastorpreneurs, all these pulpit bandits, is the fact that people have become so poor that they can barely afford to pay the tithe, talk less of offerings in church anymore. Some of them are not even going to be attending these churches. That's the threat, and they are not paying attention to that. Somebody who is telling them, you cannot make a country by just spending hours and days praying in vigil. I've never seen this kind of rage before.
My job, I work night shift. You know, we that live in diaspora, most of us do night shift, night job, right? I've never seen a white man church since I've been in America hearing of night video. For once, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of any Western church talking about
see, Baba, who won't go to vigil when you have your bills or you have job the following morning? Do you want to go to work and start sleeping?
I don't know. I don't just know. But they keep on deceiving. And then these churches, you see, look at all of them driving Rolls Royce, private jets, and all that. And people are being stupid, contributing happily to their scammers. Come on. I said, well, I don't know. I don't know. I wonder when we can be able to have our people.
I actually pray that they will begin to see who their true enemies are. The politicians, the religious guys who are manipulating them. Once people begin to see who their real enemies are, that their enemies are not spirits, they are not devil. They are actually people in flesh and blood, manipulating them, you know, indoctrinating them that it's okay to be poor until maybe God decided to bless you and give you some money you don't work for. Once people begin to see this, we are likely going to be getting closer, getting there.
But how would they see it when are we not the ones who will be sending? Michael, have you ever tried to imagine a situation where diasporans, if we diasporans decide to stop sending money to Nigeria for 1 month alone, 1 month alone,
going to be the calamity.
Just try to imagine what's going on. Very, very, you know, because our relatives back home, friends, families that we send money to, they still use it to go to market and revolve the economy. The parents, we pay rent for some of them from here. We pay school fees for some of them from here. We pay their everything, their hospital bills from here. Then imagine when diasporans withdraw from that for 1 month. I swear Nigeria will be shut down.
You know, the one, even though that's probably going to be like so difficult, excuse me, so difficult for a lot of us, but I'm just, somebody said something like, what if this Western world decided to put up a mechanism that makes it so difficult for us to even send money? For example, you can't send Western Union. You can't even call. You can't make transfer from America to Nigerian accounts. You can't make a deposit like we normally do right now. All those apps that we send money through shut down. The banks that usually make remittances shut down. Nigeria will break up in that 1 week.
I'm telling you, that country will not last 1 month.
I tell you too.
It will not. If diasporans, if all these apps, all these things,
not going to happen yet, or by God, way too, but we shall see. Mazi, thank you so much again. Okay, for hearing from you again in a while.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Don't worry. If I come to you, if I come to UK, I will come to Scotland to see you personally.
I want to the studio here, and I can accommodate just everyone anytime. I'll be looking
that's very good. No, definitely, I can see the progress. I can see the progress. Our Temple of Truth is growing.
It is.
It's growing.
We just want more and more people. We just want to see the effect. Want to see the effect on the listeners. But Nigeria is making people poorer and poorer to even be so difficult for them to spend an hour with us on this platform, because people are now choosing between I want chop or I want buy data. The situation has gotten that worse. So that's why I still give thumb up to those who still manage to watch Mayegun from that place. Without them, right, the message is almost not going to work, right?
Absolutely.
But
if the people, if these people that goes to churches and kill themselves there and deceive themselves, if half of them can be listening, let them come to our church. Let them come to this our Temple of Truth
and see how liberation feels like.
They should come to our temple. Definitely, if they embrace our temple, then have their brain reset to think normal, to think like normal human being. Obviously, these bastards in power, we definitely know how to push them out.
Thank you so much, man. You have a wonderful day over there. I'm going to see you later this evening, as everyone else too. Okay. Stay safe, sir.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Man. So that is where we are going to draw the curtains this afternoon. We've overshot the time. Don't worry. Whatever it is that you have to say or you still want to contribute, you shall have your own time. Maybe later this evening, I am cooking for tonight. No, not food. Like I'm cooking what we are going to have to discuss later tonight as well, okay? So you should just be on a lookout. I will see you later. Thank you so much for your time. Those who have, those who called in, those who have been commenting and sharing, everyone is a contributor. Just please let the message sink in, digest it, and I hope it works for you. Thank you. Stay safe and good afternoon.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.